Morning. Welcome to the classiest place on earth. I hope you're all doing well. I am snot today. I don't know. It's not just me. Twitter is just abound with people being like, I'm waking up with a headache every day. This weather has got to stop. Whatever it is, man, it's driving my face nuts. Dude, oh my God, did alert go off? I heard nothing. That's not a good sign. Double nickels.
Dude, double dick. What? Double dickles. What the fuck?
Thank you for subbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it any swings for 54, 55 double nickels, Katie. 55 months. I'm an idiot. Thank you. I fucking appreciate you. Can we snot? I'd love to snot. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I'm having to factor an hour of my morning just to blow my nose. I mean, where is it all going? Where does it all come from? It's just so insane. Like, my face, like right here, is just raw from blowing my fucking nose. I'm so tired of my nose being fucked up. Oh, you got a tooth pulled. Oh my God. I hope you're doing okay. Jesus. It did go off. Okay, I didn't hear it. I was scared for a minute because I heard fucking nothing. Yeah, I put on the tits playlist this morning and I put it on random. So this is the list of all the music you guys have given me for years and years and years. It could go all over the place. Who knows? It's quite random, but it's great. It's not even congested. It's that it won't stop pouring out of my face. It's like the opposite. Which I guess is nice because the congestion's horrible. It's just like my eyes are watering, my nose is dripping. Everything's a little leaky today. And by that I mean really leaky today. I fucking hate it. It's just like, man, it's every day though. It's just nose stuff. What are you gonna do? I just like I can't. I mean, I seriously, I for like an hour in the morning, I just sit there and blow my fucking nose, and it doesn't stop. And I don't want to. Oh, sunshine. I don't want to. I hate blowing my nose on stream. It's so gross. So I just sit there and try to empty my face. Yeah, ears, eyes are tearing, weak knees, nose is running. She's nervous, but on the surface, she looks calm and ready to drop loogies. Yeah, it's wake up, clear out nose. Seriously, just like empty the face. It's so fucking gross. Wait, if you think about it scientifically, Catholic Mass is just Catholic force divided by Catholic accelerate. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Mucus spaghetti. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? It's not at my nose. Seriously. I mean, I look at my face and it's like after the hour of blowing my nose, my face isn't smaller. Where did it come from? Where does it come from? It's just nonstop. And I know it's the weather. Like, I know it is. I'm not actually sick. Like, I don't feel like, you know the difference. It's this fucking, it's got to be the barometric pressure change because everybody's having this, like, we'll have like 60-degree weather and then 20-degree weather back and forth. That's got to be it. It's got to be it. It's just making my face poor and I'm tired. I hate it. Dude, create these songs. I mean, they're used. I mean, before the clipping, the great clipping where we all had to delete every clip known to man. There was so many clips of me making Disney songs dirty. Like a lot of Little Mermaid songs are really easy to make absolute filth. I used to do a lot of those. But Jungle Book was like one of my I don't know, when when you're like sick or you're just feeling shitty and you put on a movie that makes you feel kind of like cozy. Jungle Book, for some reason, like, the music in it and everything really gets me. It's nostalgia. Not today. I mean, Molly, what do you do? It's like it just keeps happening. Like, I have saline nose spray, I have not Afrin, I have, Flonase. I've got all the nose stuff, like, I've got everything you can possibly do about it, but I think it's not just me, so many people are just mucus farms right now. Zach is. I mean, fuck, he had a spit cup the other day on stream, my dudes. It's just the season. It's the season of the spit. It's fucking gross. You should create these songs. I was trying to think. It was the look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? I made it all about like dildos and shit. It was a fucking great time. We had a good time back then. And then, the great clipping and music companies were like, we don't make enough money. Oh. And then we had to delete everything. It was like dildos and sex. I don't even remember. I don't remember all of it, but it was great. I did the whole thing. We actually, dude, I do this shit all the time. We used to do this in the hospital constantly. When I was I think I was doing like my residency or whatever. Um, Frozen, the first Frozen movie came out, and I mean, I got obsessed with it, but every single adult that I worked with who had kids fucking hated it, like despised it, just like they do everything else. Like I'm sure everybody gets a little cringe when you hear like we don't talk about Bruno if you have kids. But we wrote the entire which song was it? Oh, Do You Want to Build a Snowman? But it was Do You Want to Intubate a Patient? And it was fucked. We did the entire song and we would sing it through the department at nighttime. It was sick. A Whole New World is about exploring Jasmine's sexuality or some shit, right? I'm pretty sure that whole song is just like, I can find your clit. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Like, a lot of the older Disney movies are just prime for making filthy. I took a COVID test yesterday because I was feeling really shitty. Shivers, cold to the bone. Oh, pain, fast heart rate. Nope. Still a COVID virgin. You're one of those. Been spending a lot of hours today in bed resting, whatever. Man, I keep telling myself I need to do that, but I physically can't just lay in bed. I can't. I wish. Like, my version of resting is just forcing myself to sit, but I'm still doing something. Like, I can't. I wish, man. That's probably why I don't get better because I just can't relax. The time. You might be right though. Music Man, no shit, we did it all the time. We used to do it. We would pick a Disney song and then just start making lyrics to it. It was fucking fun. And then, I mean, honestly, the only reason we stopped and just like kind of, I just forgot we used to do that all the time was, music labels came down and were like, we're not making any money. You guys can't play music anymore. And Disney is one of the scariest corporations in the world. Disney, like, when Disney, I don't know if Disney's always owned Star Wars or whatever. At a certain point, I realized Disney owned Star Wars. And there was actually a streamer who he had some Star Wars sound effects, and Disney actually tried to sue him, and he wasn't that big. Like, he was, medium, but fuck, Disney went after him. I mean, it doesn't take being famous for Disney to go after you. They scare the shit out of me. I tried doing game dev, but I got angry at the engine so bad. Yeah, I feel that. Oh my god, Mel, that was me the other day when this shit started getting really bad, like 3 or 4 days ago. Just my congestion, and I've been making a dress. I like to sew. I've just been, like, sewing, and I mean, I have my dress form here, right? And so, like, you guys I'm sure you don't need to sew to understand the concept. Look at your shirt, where are the seams are on the inside, right? So the way that you sew something is you put the outside right sides together and you sew it. I sewed the seam to the wrong side of this garment 4 times in a row. I was spending more time ripping seams. I finally was just like, "You know what? Your brain's just full of mucus and it's not your day, Katie." I know. I mean, sew it, pull it up, look at it, I mean, it was like my brain was on this loop of broken, and I was like, "We're just gonna stop. We're just gonna." I mean, it's not something that's hard to I mean, it fell off. Oh my god, Mish, it actually scared the living shit out of me. So because I'm making this dress, I had to, like, cut the tape that was the orange tape that was going to the shoulders, because the dress goes over the shoulders, and I needed to lay it on the dress form, and the head was still on, though. Like, it was duct taped onto the neck, and I was like, "Oh, cool, it's still there," and, like, it just slowly started how tape, like, tick, 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 and I came out here last night, and it was hanging off of the dress form, like, by one. Poor guy, I know. It's not it was unsettling. It was, yeah, where's my yeah, dresses are, like, one of the easiest things to sew. That's one of the first things my mom ever taught me how to sew when I was a kid was a dress, because tall, nothing fits me. So she was like, "Fuck this, we're just gonna teach you how to sew your own clothes." But this is the bodice of it. That's the front part and the titty perks. But I was doing the side portions, and I swear to God, I sewed them on the seams outwards 4 times. And I was like, I must end. This is not my day. Like, if my brain can't figure that out, we're not going too far. You know what I'm saying? But I'm actually really impressed with it because It like sits on my boobs well. I don't know. But that's how the seams go. I don't know. It's stupid. It's one of those things where you just pick it up and you look at it and you're like, what happened? How did I do this? I don't know. Brains. Happy fucking birth. Oh, my voice is. I'm mucus farm today. Please apologies. Happy birthday, happy. Happy birthday. This is your day to have a lot of fun. We're waiting for the celebrating. This is your day. So happy birthday to you. Happy Pisces season, Seatown. I hope you're doing something exciting for your birthday. Yep, you just gotta step away from it and take a fucking nap. Do anything else. Yeah, like literally anything else. It's gonna be a really cool dress though. I don't know how to describe it. It's the kind of collar that's like quintessentially on a lot of Asian dresses, but I'm trying to make one that's not culture appropriation. It's like I think it's called a Mandarin collar or something. Really pretty. It's like a fitted Mandarin collar dress. I don't know. It's supposed to be pretty. We'll see when I'm done if I can fucking sew it the correct way. I actually, oh my god, you want to know what's crazy? Mike, let me grab this link. I Amazing. So, I every day when you guys give me links, if we don't get through them, I try to keep them up and basically just wait for the inevitable crash. But I actually was able to save 2 of them. It's little successes in life. 2. 2 tabs from yesterday didn't crash, and I was able to keep them, and I'm actually really excited about it. The chosen ones, right? Because I minimize them and I leave them. I just walk away from my computer and leave them for the night because I want to watch them the next day. Normally I come back and they're all crashed. I have The Warning by Evolve, and then it's in the new Gymquisition. Gymquisition. Scuffed singing, dude. My voice. I mean, music. I've told you guys that before. I mean, you guys know I took opera lessons for like 10 years when I was a kid. Um, and I quit because my teacher was a cunt. Eventually, I quit because she was a cunt. But she would come at me like she would make me record my practice at home and then bring it back to her and play for it. And she would just stare at me and be like, "Are you just always sick? Why do you sound like this?" She would just pick me apart. And I'm like, "Bitch, I've had gravel since day one. Are you fucking with me?" She was a bitch. She was mean. She was just like very uppity. Very much like, I sing opera kind of person. Not my favorite human. Ooh, dude, fuck yes. Oh, you get good coffee? Ever have that moment when you get an idea and realize, fuck, now I gotta learn a new skill for this because I just did all the time, but I'm gonna be honest, I get fucking horny as hell for it. I've seen memes about this all the time. I hate saying like it's because of my ADHD, but it's apparently a very prolific ADHD thing to like, ooh, a new thing I can learn and perfect. And then once you perfect it, you're bored and you never want to do it again. Like once I figure this dress out, I'll probably never sew it again. It's so stupid brains though. I want to model on 3D printer game where doctors try to gobble up pills. Oh my god, dude. Do it. That's a clip. Do it. I fucking dare you. Take your joy. Side note, check these. They're little empty pill capsules, but they have little faces on them. Precious. I've had them for ages. I want to put little notes in them. Why don't you do a mass bookmark within a folder? You can bookmark all open tabs. What? Because I didn't know you could? Oh my god, what? You can mass bookmark within a folder. You can bookmark all tabs open by oh my god, Shift Control G. I have to write that down because I'm an idiot and didn't know. Go get your coffee, love. I didn't know. Aria 51. I'm gonna be honest. I would sing that for you if I could sing still. I mean, I haven't sang in a bit. That's incredible. I wanna write that down, hold on. I just didn't know, seriously, there's so many little intricacies I feel like about PCs that unless you are friends with PC people, we would never figure them out, like, just stupid little shit you guys have taught me that's quality of life. And that's why I have 100 unfinished projects. Do you dance between all your projects? Because I feel like I have this I call it my ADHD dance, but I hate it's such a meme these days. Everybody's like, "I got ADHD." But I seriously, like, I usually have 4 things going at once, and I just kinda dance between all of them in a circle. It's constant. What was it? Shift Control D. That's fucking dope. You can also right click the top bar, select all tabs, and then bookmark them. That is fucking I never even thought to do it. I seriously never even wow, I'm so excited. Seriously, because there's never a time that I don't wanna check out all the cool shit you guys send me, ever. We just run out of time. Ever, and I feel like such a fucking failure when I lose all of them. The seasonal rotation, oh, that gives me, like, the fucking hot anger in my soul. The moment you're about to finish that hat you've been working on all winter, it's getting warm outside. The fury of projects. Fuck that so hard. Dude, it's like every fall you're like, "Ooh, warm, cozy clothes. I'm gonna make them." 'Em. They're done by April. That's why I'm literally working on summer clothes right now. I have 2 summer projects, like, summer clothing projects going on right now that I've been sewing, but no shit, so I think I told you guys this, but I found, a pattern, it's like an Edwardian pattern, like, actually from a book from the Edwardian era, so it's fun, like I said, I like to pick things that look impossible and hard to do and master them, and then I'll never do it again, 'cause I guess it's ADHD, who the fuck knows? But that's what I'm doing, and it's called a camisole cover, but you like, the things that you it's kinda like PCs, right? You get a PC because you wanna play a game, and suddenly you learn all these other things about a PC that you need to know. Same with sewing, like, I've been sewing my whole life, but never really fucked around with, like, alternative textiles, I guess you would say, like, I just fuck with material. I just sew shit. But this top I'm making requires, like, 4 different types of lace, and I have learned so much about lace. The most useless information possibly in my brain is that I know all the lace now, and that the one I need is almost impossible to find. But fuck, now Katie knows about lace. Cool. That's my life, I guess. Good morning, Kendo. How are you? There are projects still collecting dust till it gets warmer. I mean, yeah, anything outdoor, definitely. But the sewing stuff, like, I have a pile of patterns that I'm constantly just kind of shifting through. And like usually it's like frustration. When I get frustrated with one pattern, I'll move to the other project because I know once I start getting like frustrated, I'm not going to be investing the same energy in it and I'm going to be pissed off. Like, oh man, where's the piece? I, I have these like, I'm sure we all have these habits of laziness, right? So this is a panel, one of the panels for the dress. And like I told you guys, I sewed it on with with the seam going the wrong way 4 times. So when you do that, you have to go through with a seam ripper, which is this tiny little needle hook thing, and you have to like microscopically scoot under every single seam and sit there and rip them out and rip it apart. And when I was ripping it apart, I ripped the entire panel. Just take a wild guess how long it would have taken me to just cut out a new piece, but Katie went and blanket stitched it. Like this fucking material is precious or something. And then after doing this, I went and just cut a new piece. The time I fucking waste because of my brain is insane. It's truly maddening. Like, why? Good morning, David. Good morning. Well, welcome back, C-Town, I should say. I have like 4 seam rippers and I worship them. I don't know how people live without a seam ripper, I'm gonna be honest. What do you do? Do you just rip? Like, what do you do? I always take, like, the long route. I always go the hard way for some reason. Yeah, you have to step away from it. It's impossible to continue if you don't step away from it. Let me move these links over because I've got some music from you guys you just threw at me. Yeah, it's a constant, it's a constant. Dude, are you kidding me? Have you have a Poison cover? Oh. Oh, bitch. I'll let this song finish. You have your mother's? That's pretty fucking special. Dude, this is Zach's merch. I swear to God, I sell more of this hoodie than he ever has. It's his Mr. Biz. It's a drug dealing unicorn. But it's one of my favorite hoodies. It's just really comfortable. Isn't that the meaning of life? Doing things wrong, you like it the hard way. Yes. I mean, and that's I mean, honestly, it's one of the parts that kill me is, like making a piece of clothing, putting a pattern together, whatever. It's kind of a puzzle. There's no easy. I've never run into a pattern where I'm like, oh my God, all of this makes sense. It's always kind of a process. But once you do it, like once you like complete one pattern for a dress, say, you get it. Like, even if you fucked up a million times, something clicks in your head and you're like, oh, I could make that dress 50 million times over and I know exactly how to do it. But because I now know how to do it, I will never do it again. I have to seek out something that's going to cause me stress. Why? Special. I don't know. It drives me nuts. My last roomie taught me a good way to go about troubleshooting tech stuff. Start at the wall, check chords for depending on the problem. Yeah, I feel like I have like a set of routines I go through depending on the problem with my PC. I'm like, okay, if this is if this is what's going on, these are the things I check first. If this is what's going on, like I have like wrote things. It doesn't hit without the stress. Yeah. If there's no mystery in it, it's not exciting for some reason. But the mystery makes it so fucking frustrating. Like I could have just made a normal tank top. No, I had to find an Edwardian pattern for a corset cover. Why? I don't know. Because I like pain, I guess. Chords go bad all the time. You know what I learned about chords that I didn't know? I guess it seems common sense, but someone taught me this ages ago that like you don't want, chords to be under a heavy piece of furniture being crushed, or you don't want chords being bent in half or whatever. It seems like a commonsensical thing, but it's nothing anyone ever says, like ever. But that was something I learned later in life that it absolutely like affects the chords, like fucking Christ. But I mean, really, like it's a chord. I don't even know. Until maybe 5 years ago, I didn't even know what was in chords. Why would I know that? I don't know. It's a piece of rubber that makes my powerful shit work. That's what he said. Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, I just didn't know. I really didn't know that for ages. I learned so much about chords, especially streaming, because, like, I'm sure a lot of you have seen, like, I mean, this was back in the day, but when you went to, like, not Amazon, Best Buy, they would have monster cords. I think that's what they were called. They were, like, called monster cords, and it was the best HDMI, but they were, like, $100 for a fucking HDMI cord. It was insane. It was this huge I don't know if people still buy into that, but it was crazy. Was it monster cables? Yeah, and I mean, if you didn't know any better, that's all you knew. I mean, that's all they had. If you didn't know any better, you'd be spending hundreds of dollars on a fucking HDMI. It was crazy. There was a big time in that, and that's when I started learning about cords. I was dating an engineer at the time, and he was like, "Don't buy that cord. Let me teach you things." But it's like it's the curse of the casual consumer, I guess you would say, right? Because every computer needs an HDMI cord, but not everybody lives on their fucking PCs like we do. They sold them as a must-have, and it's all they had. If I remember correctly, they didn't have any other cords. It was like monster walls of monster cords that were just astronomically priced. I mean, and you can get a really good HDMI cord on fucking Amazon for $20. It's great. It's a little mind numbing, a little bit. I feel bad for people that spend, but I feel the same about like stock computers and stuff. People that go buy shitty pre-mades at Best Buy. I feel like, oh, what the fuck is that one? I feel bad for them too because if you don't know any better, how would you know any better? I don't know how to put that. Where the fuck? I lost my chat. I opened too many links. I closed too many. I moved. There you are. I found you. You're fine. Yep, monster cables and high-end audio cables. Yeah. Dude. Speaking of high-end shit, I think I told you guys this story. This was a bit ago. This was like 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure I told you when it happened, but our TV died. Something happened to our TV. We had a not an old TV, but it was like 5 or 6 years old. And I think I don't remember what happened to it. It broke. It broke permanently. And I was like, fuck, I'm going to go to Best Buy and see if I can find a TV, like learn about TVs because I know this sounds stupid too. I don't watch TV. I never have. I've never actually owned a TV of my own. I do not own a TV. I've never owned a TV. I move in with people that have TVs and I utilize them. I've never owned one. I know, crazy. I know nothing. But essentially, they're a giant monitor, right? So I go into Best Buy and a salesman comes up and I'm just like, I'm gonna play stupid and see like the garbage they spit out of their mouth to try to get you to buy some overpriced fucking monitor is insane. I mean, at a certain point, I'm pretty sure the salesman did not know what the fuck he was talking about. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I knew more. Like, I was like, okay, these two TVs look identical. Why is this one $400 more expensive? And he could not tell me. It was just like circular conversation over and over. And it was probably pink tax, but honestly, I wasn't planning on buying anything at Best Buy. Like, who the fuck would buy it at Best Buy? I just wanted to go physically see some TVs and see what they look like, see the actual difference in them. You know, like, what the fuck is the difference between all these TVs? And I assumed if I played the hey, I don't know anything and had my tits out, maybe I get some help. No, I just got a big dumb. Just got a big dumb who didn't know what the fuck he was doing. I tried though. Alex Honnold, the rock climber that did the Free Solo movie, also streams Path of Exile. I don't know who that is at all. I don't know any of those words. Wait, what? Why do I not? I don't know that person. It's Ron Swanson going into Home Depot. I know more than you, but I don't say that. I wait until they get dumb and then I just fucking walk away. Dude, I know more than them, and I'm not saying that to be impressive. That's sad. I knew more about TVs and I've never owned one. That's crazy. Vissy, did you try that? What sunscreen are you wearing? I always like to know because so many people struggle with finding a good sunscreen that doesn't fucking look like white crap on their skin. What are you using? Also, I love you. How are you? If they really knew their shit, they'd have a higher paying job. I mean, right, it's a bunch of college students, right? I'm assuming most salesmen at Best Buy are college students going for a degree or something. They're just there to make a fucking pay. Are you using, does it work? Shut up. Is it seriously invisible? Because, I mean, I didn't know, but I was big high hopes. So you guys, where is it? It's on my desk somewhere. Where is my sunscreen? I tried a new sunscreen that's called the invisible sunscreen. Is it? And I was so fucking stoked about it. I was telling chat, but for those just listening or those that I don't know, I'm not black. I know. I have black heritage, not black. This sunscreen is fucking invisible, and I was suggesting it to my friends who have black skin because I was like, I want to know, like, is it actually invisible? Is it what they're touting it? Because it's invisible on my skin, dude. Shut the fuck up. I mean, you guys, I talk about it too much. Telling people to wear sunscreen is my way of saying I love you. I've known way too many people who have had skin cancer and died way too fucking early. It's disgusting. This stuff, not only is it apparently invisible on people of color, which is incredible and not, I mean, it's a chemical sunscreen doing this. Mineral sunscreens, they don't have the same effect. They oftentimes are really bad and comedogenic for your skin, but a lot of times those ones are the ones that work better for people who have darker shades of skin. It's this SPF 50. That's the boner I'm getting from this shit. I've never in my life seen a facial sunscreen ever over like, I want to say 40, but confidently 35. I don't remember ever seeing one over 35. Ever. It's called Dew Glow Moisturizer SPF 50. It's by Naturium. Naturium is the I wish my autofocus was on so you could see it. But it's quite literally called the invisible sunscreen. And when they punched it like that, I was like, let's fucking see. Because I'm yellow. I mean, I'm still white as fuck, but I do have a yellow cast in my skin, and the white definitely shows up. It makes me look blue. Like, if I put sunscreen on, with the heavy zinc, I start to get, like, this gray-blue glow to my skin. It's really weird. And this doesn't do it. Like, I mean, I'm pretty impressed with that. Honestly, everybody should be wearing sunscreen. The sun is so bad for you. I mean, come the fuck on. I don't need to. Ugh, that's just selling stuff. I've pitched so many people on the wine was best pairing with their dinner plans. Never tasted most of the stuff I sold. I could tell people some story about the winery or the region it was. Oh, no shit. From what they could tell, were you like the sommelier? That's hilarious. I mean, no shit knives. I've never been a drinker. I don't hear these. Are you hearing these? I didn't hear. I mean, that's silent. There's no music. I heard nothing. They're not going off. You heard them. What happened? Nothing. I mean, it's muted for me. What the fuck happened? Oh no. Hmm. What? I heard nothing, which make I don't. Hold on. Rod, thank you for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, giving any swings and testing my fucking alerts. They've been, I mean, all day. I've seen them go off, and then I'm like, wait, did that actually go off? And chat tells me they did go off. So, one sec. Let me see if I can. It might. I don't know. Maybe it unrooted itself or something. Routed itself. Because I'm not getting anything. What the? Huh. Weird. They're all routed. I'm really not getting them. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. You only need, I mean, seriously, Knives, check this shit. I tested it on stream for people because, I mean, I was blown away by it because it looks like sunscreen. It's white. It's white. Like, look at that. It looks like the zinc shit. It legitimately looks like normal sunscreen. Then you start to put it on, and it's just, I mean, it doesn't have that. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's almost like that ashy, like, gray cast. I don't know another word for it. Cast is such a pretentious word, but you know what I mean? It's got that weird shit to it, and this, nothing. It's magic. This never existed before. I've never found a sunscreen that doesn't look blue ever in my life. The cast is the worst, and usually it makes it so no makeup will go on it. Like it looks gross. You look like a ghost. You look like you're dying. You're just waiting tables, dude. I feel that way about wine though. I was gonna say that. I like when I was in college. It was I don't know. I think it was like the birth of the like not the birth, but it was like cool to like wear your loungewear and put your hair in a messy bun and like surf Instagram with a glass of wine. I don't fucking know how else to describe that. But every single female I knew like ended their day with a glass of wine. It was a big deal. And I would try the wines and be like, they all taste like old grape juice. I don't get it, but sure. Okay, like this one goes with food, I guess. Whatever you say, the food tastes better, but sure. And I one time I actually went and bought like I mean, for me, a very expensive. I bought like a $50 bottle of wine or whatever, and then I went to Trader Joe's and got the 2 buck chuck. That's I don't know why it's called that, but it's $2 wine. It's incredible, or like $4 a bottle. And the $4 bottle was exponentially better. The $50 bottle tasted like old vinegar. It was so fucking gross, and I just sat there and was like, wine doesn't make sense. I don't get this. It's old grape juice, man. I prefer chemical sunscreens for that reason. I understand why they've invented mineral sunscreens, but they do not offer the reason I don't like I don't use them and I try not to like suggest mineral sunscreens is they tend to have more side effects than they do benefits and they're never going to give you the same protection that a chemical sunscreen is going to give you ever. And I don't want people to have false hope, like put hope in something that's not doing anything. Like, yeah, I put sunscreen on and now I have skin cancer on my nose. Why? You know what I'm saying? That shit scares me. Let's listen to some music. Sorry. I moved shit over. Move. Bastards. Be a wine snob, man. Love it. I'm here for that. I no shade. It's just me. Like I don't like I feel like alcohol in general is something you have to train your mouth to be used to because never in my life ever have I tasted something that had alcohol in it and thought, alcohol made it better. Ever. Like it's just you drink it because you know you're gonna get drunk, but it doesn't taste good. Who else saw the Fallout trailer today for the show on Prime? Fucking goosebumps. Oh my god, is it gonna make up for Borderlands? Wine's like coffee, right? Yeah, it's like an acquired thing. It's probably something you just grow up around. Price doesn't map too good very well for wines. You also need to know what types you like. I know what I hate. I hate Merlot. Deeply. Well, I mean, I didn't go pick a random bottle of $50 wine. I, like, went to a wine store and asked them to pick me a nice bottle of wine because I told them exactly what I was doing, and they were like, "Cool, tell us how it goes." Because I don't know shit about shit. Oh, beer bread. Does it taste like beer? Did you find one you liked, Glenn? See, Don, get out of my head. I was gonna say, I do buy wine once in a while, but it's because it's going in sauce. I don't drink it like it's going in tomato sauce. I don't know. I just never, I've never liked it. It's okay. They get it. Oh, I'm very excited. You know what's weird though? I think I've told you guys this before, but when I was in like Europe and shit, I liked wine. Like all over Europe, the wine, I don't know what it is, but it's so much more mellow and drinkable. It doesn't have like that thing in it, whatever the fuck that is. I don't know. I didn't mind it over, but I drank all sorts. I couldn't even tell you what kind. I just like drank whatever they gave me. I don't know. Pinotage? What the? I've never even heard of that. That's trouble. That's what I'm saying. The best, and I actually enjoyed these bottles of wine. The best bottles of wine I've ever had have been $4 at Trader Joe's. There is, I mean, I could even tell you the one wine in the world that I love. I know the label. It's like called, I think it's called One Root. I think first root, one root, something like that. But the bottle's just a black bottle, and then it's got this one little root going down it. It looks like a little lightning bolt. That wine is phenomenal. Cab Sab all the way. Merlot is garbage. I can't stand Merlot. It's the one wine in my life that every time I can smell it on people's breath. And it's like bitter. I don't know. I've never ever in my life had a Merlot that I'm like, yum, Merlot is gross, in my opinion. But right, everybody has a strong hatred for something. Chardonnay. Some people probably fucking hate Cab Sav or Pinot or whatever. I mean, I don't like wine, but the wine that I will not go is Merlot. Fuck Merlot. That shit just ruins my day. It feels it. I just closed the tab. It's 1 second. Let's watch this poison one before Katie ruins our whole day. I like Malbec. I've had a Malbec. Self-raising flour, sugar, beer, and butter. How long did you write? Like, is it an overnight? Blah, blah. And I've been slowly repairing it. And, I, like, unloaded everything onto an external hard drive to just wipe the PC. And I found this ancient fucking folder called Happy Memories from the Internet. Please go through, Katie. And I started going through the Happy Memories from the Internet, and that video was in there. The fucking Jurassic Park, like, shit. There's so much in there. I mean, it's just a mess. It's wild. There's so much good shit in there. I was trying to find the fetus one yesterday. I still haven't found it. Europe has the most. Oh, that's what. Oh, hold on. Someone was saying that about the organic. I think all of Europe's is organic, isn't it? Just conjecture, but you might have had a lot of organic wines in Europe. Europe's extremely anal about wine labels, and you cannot have the organic label if you use sulfates to preserve the wine. I heard that in a lot of Europe, I don't want to say all of it, but in most of Europe, you can't use sulfates. Like, it's not even, but I don't know. Also, as a whole continent, European wine has less alcohol concentration than American wines, which have been climbing over the decades. I wonder what that's it, because I noticed, like, I could, casually drink wine all day, not, like, walking around with a bottle, but, every meal, or you just sit down in a cafe and have wine, and I never got drunk, and I never got hungover. It was amazing. Come on, weed. God damn. Good morning, Brent. How are you? Good Lord. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate you. I gotta pull up the trailer too. 1 sec. The new what is it? Fallout. The Borderlands trailer was a shame. A blight is a blight on society, I would say. Fallout trailer. Is it a show? It's gonna be a show, not a movie, right? I think. Yeah. I am. Yes. Well, I started like an hour ago. Yeah, but I'm kind of if it's because I'm kind of not sick, but rough. I'm a little rough. It's the weather. The weather is fucking with everybody, I think, right now. Because I've been seeing it on Twitter like every day. People are like, I'm waking up with a headache every day. My sinuses feel like they're on fire. I think it's everybody. We're all just kind of going through it right now. And it makes my voice really rough. I love you, bitch. Why do you sound that way? Are you always sick? I'm loading a bowl, sorry. Yeah, it's my sinuses. I'm not like actually sick. I know I keep saying that, but I don't feel sick. I feel like frustrated because my sinuses are so just clogged. But it's like, I think the whole US is going through this, if not like most of the world, but our weather patterns have been so fucking weird in the past couple days. It's like the past week. Like, I'm sure a lot of people heard about it on the news, but Texas went from 100 degrees to like almost 0 in under 24 hours. And that barometric pressure is like on my face. And it makes my throat really rough. So I just all day sound like I just woke up. It's the best. Oh, I like cider. I like dry cider, though, not sweet. Yeah, it's the weather. It makes my sinuses shitty. And then while I'm sleeping, I have post-nasal drip all night long, and that makes my throat shitty. And then I just sound shitty. It's the worst. But I feel fine otherwise, other than just like pissed off that I have to blow my nose all the time. My mom's like that with the fungus she shot in her lungs. What? With the fungus she got in her lungs in New Mexico, she caught. Oh, God, that fucking sucks. Baby grind. I know my little. Look at I know. It's so wee. I put my other one in the freezer because the screen got clogged. You know how the screen, bud, I'm grinding up weed, bud. I don't want to get weed on your face. Um, I the screen in your thing, it'll get like clogged up, with like yeah. So my big one's in the freezer right now for the grand shakening to get all the fucking shit out of it. So I'm stuck with my tiny grinder, and it's so hard to like. I don't even have big hands. Cheers. So I'm same. Hard same. I've been living off of Flonase. I have this shit on every surface of my house. Flonase and saline spray in my nose is the only way I can like speak to someone without just boogers falling out of my face and looking like a toddler who's like blowing bubbles through their boogers. It just never stops. In the freezer. Oh my god, Bezbelly. So yeah, this is a chat actually taught me this trick ages ago, and it works. It's phenomenal. So this is full. So you know how you have your screen at the bottom, like, and then there's the keef catch in the bottom. The keef will eventually, at least it always does for me, because the keef is like sticky and gunky, it clogs the screen. And the way I can tell is as I'm grinding my weed, I can tell that like half the weed in this portion is keef. Like I can see it's like dust. It's not going through the screen anymore. So I always thought you just had to replace your grinder. I was like, fuck, the grinder's fucked. Someone taught me this trick. It's amazing. So empty out all the weed out of your grinder, put like a dime or a nickel in this portion, screw it shut, put it in the freezer for 24 hours, take it out, and then shake the living fuck out of it. All of the like fatty terpenes and all of that keef that's junked up in the screen, because it's frozen now, it'll just start to chip off, and the dime helps knock it all off, and you open it up, and it's spotless. It's fucking it's amazing. It's one of the best tricks I've ever learned. Wait, what, Rod? Yeah, I mean, it saved me. I haven't had to buy a new grinder for years now because I just do that and it cleans the screen out. Because before it was like I had to take an alcohol Q-tip to it or something. Yep, Molly, that's what I would do before, but it got to a point where like it was gunk. I couldn't. It wouldn't. It was so gross. I don't even want to describe. It's so gross. Oh shit, Glut. Hold on, I missed him. Hold on. Got it. Got it. Got him. Yep. The strategically located. Is it because so here's the thing. Everybody's like, you're only supposed to do Flonase once a day. I need it in every room on every surface because if it's not, it's out of sight, out of mind, and I'll forget to do it. So it's just like the more places it's out and visible, the more likely I'm gonna remember to shove it up my nose and squirt it. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise it's I'll just sit and be miserable. Knives. in more ways than I could ever begin to understand. Water bottles with a lid are a magical advent. I remember watching that movie for the very first time with my family. And when that little girl says, I need a new glass of water, that one's dusty or whatever, my entire family did like the dramatic slow turn at me and just stared at me. And I was like, you know what? Fuck all of you and your dirty water. But if it's got a lid, it's fine. But if it doesn't have a lid, fuck that. I hate it. No, yes, 100%. I mean, it's partially the beverage goblin thing. You know, like I always have like 20 drinks around me at any time, but if it's open, it's got to be drank quick, otherwise it's old now. I can't. It's fucking gnarly. I know. I mean, I bring that little girl up a lot when I try to explain that to people. I'm like, you know the little girl from Signs? The modern shopping store reminded me of Adam Sag Katie Savage video I saw comparing a low-priced USB-C compared to the Apple version. Oh, yep. I figured the Apple version was just overpriced. This video changed my mind. It's 21 minutes. Oh, dude, post in the Discord. Yeah, there are differences. Absolutely. I mean, I think we all learned that once like cell phones were a lot more prolific. We'd buy the off-brand charge cord and it would never charge and it would be shit, or your phone would burn out. I think I learned that the hard way with a couple things. Like, you can buy off-brand, but like, not too off-brand. It's contaminated. It is! I mean, my dudes, I know. Medical school fucked me up. But, like, there are certain things. Like, every time I see someone go outside and eat snow, you know what I think of? Did you know that every single snowflake has to form around something? Every snowflake is a piece of dust that ice has formed on. So, you're just, like, licking the floorboards out there, I guess. I don't know. Science ruins people's brains. So, that's it. I'm just a ruined brain at this point. Ice kills dust? Is dust alive? It's not that I'm not afraid of germs. Germs are good. I don't want to eat dust. Like, I'd much rather have a worm in my apple than dirt on my apple. Does that make sense? I don't give a fuck about germs, and that's all. I mean, we are germs. Your skin is crawling with shit. None of that creeps me out. Dust. Because dust is people skin. Do you want other people's skin in your mouth? The dead skin? Because I don't. It's people skin. No. Dead skin, hair. It's all just shedding off us all the time. Really makes you think about who you let into your house. Maybe. I mean, we're all probably cannibals on a certain point, right? Like, I've definitely swallowed some fluids in my lifetime. No, like the dead fall. It's the same concept as hair, right? We were just talking about this the other day. People were talking about chopping off all their hair. You look at someone who has like beautiful waist length hair and you're like, oh my God, they're a princess. They cut it off and suddenly it's disgusting. Do you want to play with cut off hair? No. But it's the same it's dead skin cells that was attached versus not. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Fluids. Sweet long, is it long pig? Long pig? Farts do have, I mean, that honestly, that is one thing that does haunt me, but I don't know a solution for it. The whole thing is like, in your bathroom, there's poo particles floating around if you fart and shit in it. So therefore, like, don't have your toothbrush out. So we all probably, like, I have a toothbrush little cap thing because I have a sonic hair. But, like, what the fuck are you, it's the bathroom. But then I think about, like, our ancestors and shit who were brushing their teeth with lithium and, like, chalk or something. Like, we're probably fine. You know? Like, don't rub shit in your eye, but we're probably doing okay. I think sometimes, myself included, we get a little neurotic about things. But you think about it, like the people that are the only reason we exist today survived some of the most gnarly fucked up conditions imaginable and then made us. And the combination of those genetics probably made something mildly superior, and therefore we're probably okay. Like, don't drink Drano or anything like that, but yeah. Same. I mean, blissful ignorant, yes, but also I find the more I learn about it, like for instance, when someone says like the bacteria that causes gangrene is all over you right now. That can sound really fucking scary and be like, oh my God, now I need to wash my hands 20 times a day because that's a true fact. But then if you really get into it and explain to someone, you've got to have a cut or a wound or a knockdown immune system that goes beyond certain layers of dermis for this infection to get in. And then it's just got to be left to fester for over 48 hours. Et cetera. Like the more knowledge you get on the background of just some stupid factoid, I feel safer. Like, I'm not scared of Staphylococcus aureus, even though it's all over me all the time, because if I get a wound, I put some fucking antiseptic on it and a Band-Aid. You know? I don't know. It's a little column A, little column B, I think, with some shit. Now there's coffee on my what did I do? I lost it over the years, but there was a great video. Someone put snow in a glass and microwaved it so you can see all the particles left over. Oh, shit! When they removed it from the microwave, it was just a huge dildo left in the cup.
Shut the fuck up. People are genius.
This is the content we need in our lives. That's amazing. Can we normalize not having a toilet in the bathroom? This concept's purely to minimize space and make us miserable. Is it really? You know what's weird? In every house I've ever lived in besides this one, the toilet was like in its own closet. And I don't know if that's just old houses, but like there would be the bathroom, but there was a door that separated the toilet from the rest of the bathroom. Yeah, like sectioned off. And I don't know if that's just smaller, like older houses or whatever, but that's the way it's always been my whole life. So someone could be brushing their teeth and there was still a locked door to the toilet. Like you could take a shit and someone could use the bathroom. A lot of siblings, this was necessary. Yeah. Do they have it in newer houses? I kind of like that. Especially if you have a big family or a lot of people in the house. It's nice to be able to like utilize the bathroom when someone needs to utilize the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Right, coach? I like that. And it makes me feel less gross about it. My toothbrush. Hi, Amanda. How are you, love? Flush the lid closed. That'll significantly reduce the amount of poopy, floaty poo bits that get scattered around the bathroom. Honestly, that would make sense. Mostly in master bedrooms. You know, they call it something different now. I just learned this recently. I know. I feel like this is let's call Katie out as the ignorant cunt she is. But dumb white bitch. Like, never have in my life have I thought about the term master bedroom. Master bedroom. I was last year's old learning that one. Yeah, they call it what do they call it? Owners, they call it some I can't remember. I just heard it recently, whatever they have a new term for it. No, no apologies. Crispy. How the fuck would we know? Oh. Like I've never even thought to, ever because dumb white bitch syndrome, right? We've all got it. We got to own it and learn. That's what we're doing. It's what we're fucking doing here, man. All day every day. Uh-huh. When you just said it, I heard something very oh god, what did you I get that crispy. Same. I mean, I would do the same. Just know that I never, for anybody that ever, like, another one that I've learned very recently is gypsy, right? I mean, some children are literally named Gypsy, and the Romani people have come out multiple times and said, hey, that's a horrific derogatory term for our people. Can you not? And the world's like, who are you, you caravan fucks? Ha 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 ha. Maybe we shouldn't, right? Flogging. Jesus Christ. Right? Best we can do is fucking own up and grow. How else do you do it, Crispy? I think about that a lot. Like, a lot of people are like, you don't always have to, like, take on fault for everything. And it's like, how else do I change? Ignoring a behavior that I don't approve that I am doing is not the way to alter it. I don't think. I don't know. I'm not the best person in the world, but, like, bitch, I don't want to be stupid. When did it become cool to just be stupid all the time? I don't know. We have another episode of It Was Steeped in Slavery.
Welcome to today's episode of America Steeped in Slavery. Master bedrooms on at 8.
Never thought about it in my life. Yeah, it's just stupid shit that when you're an ignorant white cunt, you don't think about because it's not pertaining to you. And I'm glad I have people around me to be like, hey, Katie, you want to know why a master bedroom is called a master bedroom? No, but yeah. But no, but yeah. Primary? Primary makes sense. I just connected my new sec track to the PC. Ooh. Oh my god. Your synth can fucking fuck me up. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Scott, I'm still working it out. I'm still working it out in my vocab. I'm very cognizant of it though. I feel like it's a word that, I mean, doesn't really come up in conversation very often, at least not for me personally. So it's not something like, for instance, gay. That one, or, excuse me, retard. Holy shit. I haven't slipped on those words for a very, very long time, but I always own up to it and try to fucking apologize and change. Like, I'm trying so hard because those two terms were so fucking just everything was gay. Everything. I'm gay. Are you kidding? I was sucking pussy at the time. None of it makes sense. I'm trying, but like Crispy said, the best we can do is own it and try, right? I'm trying. And I'm very open to being called out if I ever slip on shit like that. Because I don't understand when in history, time, or space it became cool to just go around sounding super fucking ignorant all the time. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want it. I'm good. I'll skip. I'll skip it. I'll skip that point. At some point between 4chan, yeah, you gotta wonder though, right? Just being around me. Wait. It's just being me and my partner living here. We call it the bedroom because we call it the second bedroom Rufus. That's amazing. I mean, I've never in my life referred to the primary bedroom as a master bath. It's like that's the bedroom and that's the guest bedroom. It's the bedroom. I don't know what else. I mean, that's the bedroom. That's the guest bedroom. You go there. I've never referred to it as that before in my life, but I know that they do in like uh I just forgot the word for selling houses. Real estate, my god. Real estate. Jesus, she did it. Real estate. That was the word my brain just decided to die on right there. Yeah, real estate. Oh. They have all sorts, like 1.5 bath. It took me, I mean, I was 30 when I learned what a half bath was. I was like, the fuck is a half bath? I do too. Same. I mean, and it's so prevalent right now because that little person who killed her mom or whatever, her name is Gypsy. And so it's like, it's everywhere right now. And that's where I feel really bad because I'm sure there's a lot more than just her who have that name. And like, can you imagine being named something? Like, your parents probably did it innocently and had no idea. Like, fucking Stevie Nicks' song called Gypsy. It's one of my favorite songs. But like, god damn it, that's gotta suck, dude. I'd be going by my middle name real fucking fast. Nothing. I mean, it's, you know, half bath, aka the bathroom your guests get to use. The one where the toilet's real close to the sink. Kuro, not at all. Whatever makes you, I mean, honestly, when it comes to death and like dealing with death, the afterlife, etc., I personally think it's whatever makes you feel good in your soul. I've been around so much death, and like, I really, 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 I hope ghosts are real. I want to see one so bad. And people, I love horror movies. I love horror in general. I love haunting stories. I've my entire life indulged in them. And it's always like the premise is usually, like lots of death happened here and that's why they stayed. Or like it was a traumatic death. That's why the ghost stayed. And this is my roadblock in my brain. I can't think of a worse place to die than a hospital. And like hundreds of thousands of people die in them all the time. Hospitals are just another building, right? How come they're not just, like, overflowing with spiritual fuckery? How come it's gotta be an old Victorian home where 2 people got murdered and not the hospital where someone was chopped to pieces to try to save them in the last moment? You know what I'm saying? And no one I've ever known who works in a hospital has ever, and I know people who have had, like, experiences where they felt something, but it's always like one of the hospitals I worked at, it's like, yeah, some people say they see a little girl in a red cloak by the elevator at nighttime. But, like, I doubt whatever happened to that little girl was worse than anything anybody else has experienced in a hospital. Like, my God, there ain't no worse way to go than a hospital. It's not where you wanna go. And I just don't like, that's where my brain goes, "Huh." Like, where's the recipe? How come houses can be mystically haunted, but hospitals are just not? I don't know. It's fucked up. You guys know, my last day at the hospital, I wheeled my last dead patient down to the morgue, and she didn't fit because it was full of babies. Hospitals should be arguably the most fucking haunted. Like the Ghostbusters kind of central, like just like glowing emanation of spiritual energy in all reality, and it's not. And so until that gets fucking figured out in my head or someone else's, I don't know. It's really hard for me. But according to all the ghost lore, they don't have a choice. They're stuck where they traumatically died, which is why they stick around a house or something, right? Or whatever. It's very much fear tactics, right? Peaceful death. I've seen maybe one. I don't think it's weird though. Honestly, I burn sage. Like it I've never had some like dramatic, amazing story worthy experience with the spiritual world, but I've had my moments here and there that give me enough that I burn sage once in a while. I don't like just because I've never experienced it doesn't mean it's not there and not real. You know? Like I've told you guys the story, like you guys know my job was quite literally death. We're oftentimes called Grim Reapers in hospitals. And I've been around a lot of it. And like every single time, there is a visceral, like feeling in your core of your animalistic self that tells you the difference between a dead and alive body. And like scientifically speaking, we're a big flesh battery and energy can never be created and destroyed, right? So when someone dies, where's it going? I don't know. I don't have the answers. I don't believe anything, but I have a lot of ideas and I'm not closed down to any of it because there's too much. We're too much to just think we just woof like a candle flame, you know? I got ideas. I got ideas. And that's enough for me, honestly. I don't need some hardcore belief. I feel like I try to stay away from the word belief because the most of the people I know that like vehemently use that word, it usually means they're not open to anything else ever again. This is what I believe. And I'm like, all right, stick with it. Whereas I like to talk to people about what they believe and then gather that and, intermingle it with mine. People have good ideas. I love that stuff. Healthcare is so expensive, it drove ghosts out of hospitals. Oh, sugar. That is heartbreaking, honey. Oh, I get that. That's horrible. I'm sorry that happened to you, though, babe. That's just not that's what moments gave you pause? Those kind of like it's I can't even put words to it. But you guys know, like when you're coding a patient or a patient is in dire need and on the edge of death, the respiratory therapist is usually at the head of the bed. Like I'm literally standing behind the head of the bed, is usually where I am, right? Intubating, bagging, setting up a ventilator, something. My zone when someone's trying to die is get the airway clear, open, and get them pumped full of oxygen and get them respirating, right? And get perfusion going. That is my main goal. And so 9 times out of 10 when they go, I've got my hands on their head and my eyes are in their eyes. It's right there. This is me when you go. The amount of people that this is burned into their eye sockets, the last thing, it's crazy. But upside down, flipped. My neck just cracked. That felt really well. And like, I've had patients. Here's a story, Najio. so it's not a very long story, but it was one of the most outstanding to me. It was one of the moments that really changed. I don't know. It fucked with me. I come into the ER. I get called down to the ER for something. And I walk the way the ER rooms were set up in this hospital I was working in is the foot of the bed of the patient's bed would always be faced towards the entrance to the ER room. So like swipe the curtain, patient is looking right at you. And so they call me and like I've told you guys, there's not often respiratory therapists just assigned to the ER. Usually the ER respiratory therapist is working other places, so you got to call them and they got to rush down to whatever the fuck is happening. We're not just chilling. And so I run down there and I swipe the curtain, and this dude is sitting upright in his bed, looking right at me. And he looks like one of those people who's just like a really, really healthy 50-something-year-old. Like he's real tan, white hair, just looked real fucking like probably does well for himself, probably some fucking person in Seattle or whatever. And so very tan. That's a key point. And white hair, like striking white hair. And I watched his skin in a millisecond go from tan to the color of his hair, and he looked me in the eye and goes, "I don't feel very good." And that was his heart stopping. Have a beautiful day. And then I killed him. I'm just kidding. That was his heart actively stopping as he was looking at me, but he was still talking. Like he was still looking around when we knocked his bed back and put the board under him to start doing compressions. I watched it. It was fucking alarming. Just, you say, you see the color drain out of someone's face. Literally, it was like he pissed it out of himself. Just blue. He turned the color of his hair instantaneously, and that was his heart stopping. But he kept talking. Whereas I've had many, many instances where someone codes their heart. Medically speaking, we talked about this a lot yesterday, but the way we define medical life is a heartbeat and a pulse. And many, many times when someone's heartbeat stops, most of the time, there is no communication. They're not there. They're not looking at you, and you usually don't get them back. And there's like, I don't, it sounds like magical flu shit when I say it to you, but I swear to God, I feel like a wind go from my core out the top of me when they die. Like there's something, but not like this magical, like, oh, I feel wind. It's so, if I wasn't paying attention, you wouldn't even know. But there's something, and I don't know if that's just like this animalistic instinct in us that we know the difference between a body and a person or what. Or if it's like my flesh battery picking up on the fact that this flesh battery dies. I don't know. Nobody knows. I don't know. But I've felt it too many times. I felt the first time I ever felt it, I was 12 or 14, 12 or 14. I was middle school. My grandpa died. It was the first time I'd ever felt this feeling. My grandpa was like dying. We had a hospital bed in the house because all my aunts are nurses. My mom's a respiratory therapist. They were taking care of him. And he was in the front room and he was like passing, but his heart hadn't stopped yet. But sometimes before your heart stops, you'll start to rigor a little bit. And I was just like very uncomfortable. And I went to the front room and sat down with a pad of paper and started drawing. And I swear to God, I felt like this whoosh, and I like, not dramatic, not physical anything, but I like looked up from my pad of paper and had this like, what the fuck? And I swear to God, within a second, my mom put her hand on my shoulder and goes, "Your grandpa just passed." And I was like, oh, no. And I don't know. It's so, it's just this like thing. I don't know. And I've talked to so many other healthcare workers that describe a similar feeling that like, someone's heart can be stopped, but there's something in your core that's like they're not gone yet. And then some people, there's something that like you're like I don't. How does one put words? I don't know. It's so. I think because it's still so baffling to me. I don't understand it, and I don't know what it is, but it's so consistent. You know. Yeah, I think that's what it is, C-Town. I think it's something that we don't have a word for the sense to even describe it, but it's something that everybody knows. I mean, like it's you don't need to know how to feel a pulse to recognize a dead body versus a live body. I think that's really core in a lot of people. In a lot of just mammals. It's a mammalian instinct, right? I could not, it's so hard to describe. It's very, very weird though. And I mean, this is deep shit. I'm so sorry please like tell me to shut the fuck up. But this was my life for quite some time. One of the things that was also like in like relation to this was, you guys know, like a lot of the times if a patient codes. Their heart stops, and we do a compression code. We lay on the chest, break the ribs, intubate, whatever. They end up on a ventilator. And then they'll end up on a ventilator for quite some time, and then eventually the family's like, you know what, you can let them go. They were supposed to go 7 days ago, whatever. You don't. There's no feeling there. I don't get like I've never felt the when I unplug Nana, facetiously saying, ever. And it's like something in you knows that. Like when they went, they went. We brought back. It's like you say, brain death is death. Brain death for me is death as well. I don't. If this doesn't work, none of this matters to me. And it's almost like whatever drives you as a person pieces the fuck out. We just got the mechanics turning again. You know, like I usually say, we extend your dance card. That's a stupid way to say it, but I've very, very rarely does someone get coded and like skip and jump out of the hospital and start a new life. You know what I'm saying? Like a full code. It's, it's traumatic to the body physically. It's horrific. I mean, we do oftentimes more damage than what's worth it. But that's like what you do. But yeah, like, you know, it's I don't have answers for it. I don't know why, what, when, where. All I can tell you is that I've felt it absolutely, and I trust my gut. Like what else is it? What is it? And even doctors and shit, like no one can deny it. There's something super weirdly animalistically different between a body and a person, both unconscious, you know, like it, I stutter a lot when I try to talk about it because there's no words to put to it. It's just this super weird feeling that you're like, oh, and it's almost a peaceful feeling because to me at least, I think maybe I haven't seen everything in the world, but I think one of my worst fears up there with Humboldt squid is being trapped in there. I've told you guys before, like, no matter how comatose my patients were or knocked out or drugged up, I have full conversations with every patient I have ever interacted with, ever. And if a nurse interrupts me, I look at them like, excuse me. Because God, Satan forbid. I mean, we know it, it's happened. People have been locked in. There's locked in syndrome is real. It's very, very rare, super infrequent, but fucking A, dude. I can't imagine like if this died and I was stuck in there. So there's something in me that's like, at least it got out. Whatever it is, I don't know. Like spirit, soul, battery, I don't know. Whatever it is, there's something in me that gets this sense of peace, like it got out of the flesh sack. Because, God, can you imagine being stuck? Shitter was full. Oh, absolutely not. No fucking way. I would never. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, man. I couldn't. I knew the moment my grandma passed and I was nowhere near her. Weird the connection. It's real. No, totally. No shit. Just a few weeks ago, not even a few, like 2 weeks ago, my sister-in-law was in a horrific car crash and passed away. And I swear to God, it happened like in the early mornings. I woke up that day at 4 a.m. with a nauseating migraine and puked for 2 hours. 3 hours later, I'm called with the news. I don't know what it is. There's something in our core that knows death. Especially when you've spent excessive amounts of time with someone or you're close to someone. I don't know what it is, though. I don't want to say what it is. I don't know. But there's something in us. You know, like it's bizarre. Hold on, my chat jumped. I was trying to catch up. I think when they took my mom to the hospital, I had to see her in that room with the tube in her mouth was not so great. I agree. I'll forever see her face with that way in my head. But what was just as shocking to me was how cold she was. I mean, your brain knows that they're dead and that they should be cold. But when it's your parent on the table and you touch their shoulder and they're freezing cold, it's unworldly strangeness that you can't explain. There's something I totally I know I empathize with that feeling so hard because there's like something in the core of your soul that I think I've thought about this a lot because, like, you guys know, I've told you, I've spent sometimes years with a patient before they pass away. I get very close to family. Like, I'm a human being. Like, I can't turn off who I am. Any human dying sucks. It's sad. And I think there's something in us that's reaching out because our eyes see the person we loved, right? Like, we don't see the whatever, the thing that gets out, whatever that is. We see the shell, and we see the shell, and our souls, like, in a matter of speaking, like, physically and or emotionally reach out and wanna connect, but they're not home anymore, and our brains can't you know? It doesn't make sense, and it never will. It doesn't matter how old you are or how sick you are. It will never make sense because that's what held the person I love, and that something's telling me, like, I know they're not there anymore, and it hurts. It just fucking hurts, and it's almost like a betrayal of your human nature, like, that's not supposed to happen. For years, you know? It's man, people I it's such a hard topic. I like to it's easy to say everyone should talk about it more. Not everybody can talk about it more. I completely understand that. Like, so many people have it's the worst moment of their life, right? I've been present for thousands of people's worst moment of their fucking life. I get it. It's not an easy thing to talk about, but I feel like if people talked about it more, it wouldn't be no matter what, walking into a room and seeing your mom full of tubes is going to be horrible. But if people were just more open to being empathetic and talking about it, it wouldn't be such a, like, so scary. Because I've told you guys that, I mean, I can't think of someone who I've terminally extubated who it wasn't a gift at that point. At that point, they're begging for it. Like, it's, like I said, you don't want to die in a hospital. It's not the way to go. It's horrible. I mean, it's just like complete loss of autonomy of every hole you have. Thank you for that resub, sugar, by the way. I love you. I mean, tell me to shut up if I'm ever talking about it too much. Because again, I completely empathize that like death is too much of my life. And it can come up way too hot often. I know that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. But if it can give you any semblance of comfort in that kind of thing, dude, it's the worst shit. Nothing can come to it. Nothing can equate. Yeah, I know. I totally get it. It's good to talk about death. It's natural to be afraid. That sort of thing is so sanitized in our culture. It really, really is. It really is. And it's like Sugar was saying, like walking in and seeing your mom full of those tubes is such a horrible moment. And there's such a catch between it because it's like, you guys know I've told you stories where families are quite literally on the phone with Social Security waiting for that check. And then they're like, all right, you can unplug her. Versus I've had people who are like crawling on the bed, and want to participate. Not in a sick way, but they want to be part of the process. They want to be part of their loved ones passing, stuff like that. And it's like, I don't think anybody's last memory should be this horrible image of tubes in their mouth, but especially when it's someone who's young or like a freak accident. I think anybody would have a hard time not intubating and trying to save a life. It's so hard. It's such a hard place to be. Robot body parts would be the sickest. Sorry, the sick. I almost choked. Same thing happened when my cousin passed from cancer. I was asleep and knew when my mom came to my room to tell me. I already knew. Isn't it? And it's like there's no explanation for it. And I think that's where a lot of religion comes from is a lot of people have these. I mean, I think most people, if you just sit and listen to your body tells you all sorts of things. But a lot of people get lost in the not understanding and it's more scary to them and they cling to religion. Whereas I kind of thrive in the not understanding because it means there's potential for something bigger. That's why, like, I don't want to say I believe. I want to say I have ideas because that means I'm open. I'm open to the more. Fuck cancer. Amen. Dry with a hammer. Yeah. It's true. Had my ringer off the morning my dad called my mom died. I just woke up and answered it. Oh, God, it never rang. It's fucking weird, right? First thing I said, Dad, what's wrong? I did the same thing when my sister died. No shit. I answered the phone. Who died? Don't do that. It's not the same as I obviously did not know him personally, but I remember the day Bowie died. I woke up suddenly at like 3 a.m., looked at my phone, and saw the news. I think they're all different. There's no way anyone can equate a relationship to anyone. I think that shit's real. We just feel that kind of stuff if you pay attention to it. Lost so many people in the back half of my life that I have to look numb to it or completely lose my shit. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we got to keep going on, right? Please keep your holes safe. I'm going to eat some super spicy chicken nuggies.
Yum. Fucking eat one for me.
Dude, Ike, show me your spine when you get one. Show me your spine hole. Oh, no. My soulmate BFF told me in a dream he was killed in Iraq. No shit. Did that actually happen? Fuck that. I've known people that have like dreams. I've never had some predictive dream, but you guys know I've talked about my stepdad. He's a big old redneck. The missing a lot of teeth, mullet, all that. He's had these. And to hear my dad talk, because he's not like coming out of his rooms with crystals and like dream catchers, like, I had a dream about death. He comes out in the morning and he's like, I fucking dream your cousin was in a wreck. Phone rings, cousin in a wreck. It's happened like thrice. It's fucking weird. Some people are just sensitive. Thank you. I love spicy chicken nuggies. Some people are just abnormally sensitive. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I mean, we're just animals. I think a lot of people that don't want to be open to this kind of stuff are the kind of people who are like, we're above animals. We're different. We're better than them. We're just animals. We're mammals, man. Like mammals know the seasons are coming because they feel it and they smell it. And if we fucking paid attention to that, we probably would too. Get some nuggies. I love them. My mom came and woke me up and told me my grandma had passed. I was in shock for a while when I woke up. It was so bad. Yeah, no one wants. I've never had to make the call. I've always been on the other end of it, but I don't know what would be worse. Like, my mom's had to call me like 4 times, tell me a sibling or someone exceedingly close to me has passed away. And I don't know what's worse, having to give the news or get it. Getting the news is horrific, let's be real. But having to be that person's like, I have to go spread this wonderful news now. I don't know. That sounds horrible. 2 experiences within 20 minutes. It was 20 years ago. I was sleeping over at a mate's house, and he was in his bed. I was on the floor. The bed was behind me. Ooh, when the light was off, I saw a male and a female hanging either side of his bed. Lasted 10 minutes. Girl at the bedroom door. No. Nope. No. No, no, no. Nope. Nope. I would have shit the bed and ran. Shit the bed almighty. Fuck that. That is not the spiritual experience I want. I don't want that. No. Fuck that. I had the same experience. I woke up in the middle of the night, couldn't fall asleep again. A few hours later, my dad came to wake me up and tell me my best friend passed away. Isn't that? And what is that? Like, I don't know. It's almost like if your flesh battery comes in contact with another flesh battery in any way, shape, or form, whether emotional or otherwise, I don't know. Flesh batteries, right? I don't know. I really don't. But there's no explanation for any of it, and that's what kind of leaves it. Oh, I don't know. When I got the call, I interrupted them to give them the details. Dude, did they shit? That's fucking terrifying. Angel, right? It's totally real. I mean, it's happened. When it happens to people like my stepdad, that's when my brain, like, I'm very open to it. I want a cool mystical fairy to come up to me in the woods and bless me with something, like what I'm open to it. My stepdad, not that he's not, but he's like, he's a simple man. He's a construction worker, simple ass man who wants to sit in his shop and weld things. You know what I'm saying? He's not sitting around waiting for spiritual things or like interpreting his dreams. And when it happens to people like that, that's when I'm like, all right. I don't know why, but that makes me think like, all right, I'm not just fabricating this shit. There's something. My last grandparent is 96. Holy shit. Theories my mom has about his state of mind and the things in his dementia-riddled brain are thinking about are wild. Like his sister passed or the family dog from when my mom was a kid. Dude, dementia is tragic. It's been 6 years now since my grandma passed. And I feel like, damn, grieving harder than I did when it happened. I've been way more emotional since it happened. Does anyone have tips for grieving years later, and to not hurt from it? So I don't know if it works at all, but I find that I don't know. I mean, who knows anything? But this happens to me too, because I tend to, especially nowadays, there's just too much of it in my life. I go into kind of a state of shock, of just like kind of disbelief and like, that can't be real. I feel like we just had this call 6 months ago, and after a certain amount of time when I find myself like crying, like suddenly, anything reminds me of that person, or I'm just like really going through it. It sounds like a horrible, torturous thing to do, but grab a photo album fucking chock full and just let it out. I think, you guys have said this, there's a few versions of this quote out there, but it's like, grief is just love with nowhere to go. It's the absence of the vessel you used to dump all your time and love into, right? And I think sometimes it takes, I don't know, again, this is just personal because I think about this stuff a lot, but I think like sometimes it takes some time for our soul to realize that person's missing, and then it starts to ache really fucking hard. It's like, wait, I built up this bank of love. Where do I put it now? You bitch, cry, motherfucker, cry. And I do that. I'll just whip, like, it's horrible. But I mean, it's almost like puking when you feel sick. You're like, I don't want to puke, I don't want to puke, but sometimes you just fucking need to puke, you know, and just get it out. But I was C-Town, you took the words out of my mouth. There's no one way to grieve. It's so hard because a million people could share ideas and none of it could really, you know, hit or help. Grieving, I truly don't think we ever, ever, ever get over the death of a loved one. Get over. I think we get used to it. We get accustomed to it. We disassociate from it. But I don't think we ever truly get over, you don't get over just someone you love disappearing ever, you know? It's such a hard place to be, but it's hard to think you do. These people were too much to us. Dementia's scary. Just this week, I was on the phone pacing around the house. I look outside. Oh, God. An elderly man's in my yard attempting to walk into a lake. No. My wife and I had to run outside. You guys are angel fucks. I hope you realize that. I mean, what decent person wouldn't go stop a poor little old man from walking into a lake, though? On it. Like, bitch. But Jesus Christ. My wife and I had to run outside and stop him. He was asking us when the party started. Oh my God. My heart. You were able to contact his family. We were able to contact his family and get him home. Thank fuck. But it terrifies me to think how that would have played out. Had I not been walking around while speaking on the phone, it happens more often than not. They go walking into traffic and shit. It's horrible. It's so, so sad. No, did I miss a link? Nope. Got it. Like, literally eat the rich. Good morning, Kendo. Kendo? Donna said at Kendo. I wanted to say good morning, Donna Linda. I already said good morning to Kendo, but I guess good morning, Kendo, as well. And then Donna, good morning. She's on a roll today, guys. On a fucking roll. Oh my God. The good times are the worst times. That's the wave. Yeah, it's the good times. I think about little things like I'll cry about my Nana. She was one of the first of like this cluster of deaths in the past 10 years that just won't stop. And I think about like she had this like if she did something naughty, said something inappropriate, she'd do this like look at you. And I think about that and I'll just cry. Because I never will see it again. And that's sad. That kind of shit hits hard sometimes. I'm just a dork. Had a bad day at work, like an exceedingly terrible day at work. So when I got home, I went to my bed and just laid down. Oh God, is this gonna be a horror story? Just laid down to sleep. Sleep the rest of the day because I was over it. I was alone I was alone in the house. Nope. Oh. This shit scares me. I was alone in the house and I heard footsteps in the hallway outside the closed door of my room. Then the door slowly opened and I was so over everything. I just rolled over and yelled, I had a bad fucking day, so I'm in no mood for your bullshit. And then the door just closed itself and relaxed. So do we just scream at our ghosts now? What? No! 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 What is with all y'all getting ghosts in your bedrooms, though? What? That's our safe place. That being said, my dudes, you just reminded me. I saw, there's those fucking therapist memes where it's like, therapist, and what do we blah, blah, blah? Me. Therapist. So where's your mental state at lately? Me. I'm at the point where if my leg hangs off the edge of my bed and the monster gets it, I don't fucking care. Therapist. Whoa. Some people just get it. Genius. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Either they're pervy or they're just hot for a fart-filled room. What the fuck? Yeah, I was gonna say we should do an ad break, take a break, and watch we have all the cool videos and load bowls and stuff. I think we're good. I let them all buffer, but I've got a lot of good new music and stuff from you guys. I lost my lighter. Help! I need a lighter. Jesus, how'd it get that far? Amazing. Amazing. Without sleep, well, dude, I used to. It said to tell them to leave rather than just staying scared. Good. I'd scream the fuck at them. I've noticed ghosts that was 6 or 7. At least that's the earliest. Do ghosts smell? There are no clear rules. Someone who dies in a house apparently sticks around and haunts them, but people chopped up in hospitals don't stick around and haunt. There are no clear rules. I don't know. I don't, seriously, until there's clear rules that make sense, I don't know. Can they smell? I mean, they can, I don't, can they fuck? What up, Skew? How are you? I don't know. Do they have an olfactory sense? I mean, olfactory, shut up. Okay, let's take a break. I gotta pee. Oh, man. Owie. My brain. Go piss, girls. Stand up, stretch your dicks, load a bowl, do what you need to do. I have, I think, 18 links you guys have given me today. So if you've given me a link super recently, have patience, my child. You weren't first.
I had to heat up my coffee. That sounds. Oh, Satan.
That actually sounds really familiar. It sounds familiar, maybe. I love tea. You know what's weird? I was just get out of my head. Is it? Okay, the flesh sex are going too far. We're catching on each other's thoughts at this point. I was literally just thinking about tea. I ran across some meme the other day where it was like asking British people how to make tea. Like, all memes aside, why the fuck would you put milk in, cold milk in what first? What? But who does? But you won't get a cup of tea. You're going to get a soggy tea bag. Why would you do that? You shouldn't. But I know someone's doing it because y'all get so mad about it. Like, it was like a rite of passage. When I went and stayed with Millie, I had to make a cup of tea and be watched. I did it appropriately because what the fuck? I wasn't taught how to make tea. It's common. You pour hot water on a tea bag, you steep it, you get rid of it, and you add the milk. What the fuck? That's just. I don't think I was taught that. What? Clam slam's the way to go. Let's fucking go. No, I mean, I have all the time in the day. We have 2 episodes left of Has Been, and Glut says that's about an hour. So that's my cutoff. But I mean, I'm gonna add all the links. I'm just like I was being funny, but I just have a shit ton. That's it. I just want you guys to know so you don't send me doubles because a lot of people will be like, oh my God, I haven't seen my link yet. And I'm like, no, it's in there. It's just deep. It's in the bowels. But I love new music. You know me. There's very little more important in this world than music. IMO. Actually, Zach made some comment the other day about how, like, he doesn't have time to find new music. And I was like, you don't make time, bitch. Because it's out there. We find it. The milk before cereal, people. Okay, I do that though. But that doesn't absolutely ruin the thing. I do that because I have a really weird texture thing. I can't do soggy cereal. So I like have a cup of the cereal and I eat it really quick, eat it really quick. I cannot I won't eat it. It's a waste of cereal. I know. The amount of cereal I've thrown away in my life because 2 bites in it's soggy and I can't do it. Oh God. Some of it goes back to old class stuff because lower class people weren't able to afford good china. So putting hot water in first would crack the cups. Shut the fuck up. Is that actually it? I seriously, it seems like someone would do it as a joke because logically, I mean, if you're steeping anything, you add warm water to the thing. You don't add cold milk. I feel like that would soak the bag and the bag's not going to steep in the water. I don't know. It confused me, but that kind of makes sense. If it would shatter a cup, I guess, sure. See, and Donna, that's totally different though, right? Like chai, which, oh my God, I just learned recently that in half of the world that drinks chai as a regular beverage, like all the time, they actually call it something else. Chai is so little used actually in that part of the world. I just learned this. Oh God, what's the other word? You guys probably know it. It's like literally, it was a video of a girl. I think one of the girls was like heritagely Palestinian, and one of the girls was from another culture. But those they were like, oh yeah, the vast majority of people say this word. It's like this one person said chai, and the world took on chai, and so we all call it chai. Is it Assam? I can't remember. They call it just a. Oh man, I don't want to say the wrong word. It was like a one syllable word like chai. But that's it, like the word I guess the vast majority of people use. They don't use chai. I didn't know that. Let me look at my Tao of Tea. No shit, it might be in there. If you look up chai, see if there's like another. I want to say it started with a G or something. Man, if you have the Tao of Tea, it's probably in there. With the old timey style, you steep the tea in a pot and milk to the glass, and then add the hot tea to the milk. That makes sense. But then you'd still end up with tea. That totally makes sense. That completely eliminates the whole like soaking a bag, a tea bag in cold milk. That was the part that I keep seeing these stupid memes for, and I'm like, I don't know if you're trying to prove a point, but you're making milk soup. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. That looks disgusting. Ew. We call it herbata, but there's a cool world map of how the language of the world called tea. I love that. What I mean, I learned maybe 4 years ago that all tea is the same plant. I mean, aside from like chai, and there's some teas that they incorporate other herbs and stuff in, but there's one tea plant, like the tea leaf. It's not like different plants. Shits. Maybe it's masala. It's very I really wish I could remember it. It was no shit. It was on Mythical Kitchen. It was a really recent Mythical Kitchen, and they had another girl from a really cool cooking channel that I watch, and I'm just so bad with names, I can't remember. Oh, fuck, I'll have to watch it again. It was cool, though, it was interesting. I didn't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of words like that. Like us saying chai tea. Doesn't chai mean tea? There's a couple things like that that we dumb on. Mhm. Oh, is it cha? Do they call it cha instead of chai? So, Luna, it's so crazy because no shit, this podcast I was listening to, this was the discussion. Like, what is tea and what isn't tea? And these two people were having it was actually fascinating. I was listening to them because a lot of it I didn't know. Like I know herbal teas, there's chamomile and shit like that. It's like flowers and stuff. Oh, cha is the word for tea in a lot of the world. Interesting. I did not know. It's fast language is fascinating. Cheers to that. I hope we never lose the diversity of language. America is so boring. Everyone loves a good tea. I mean, I know it's like it's a stereotypical British thing. Tell me there's nothing better than a hot beverage. It's just comfort, dude. Oh, so chai is the specific spice style. Cha-cha slide, tea to the left, tea to the right. Crisscross your bags. I believe matcha is quite literally powdered tea leaves, right? Please correct me. I believe that's what it's just like mortar, pestled, powdered. Yeah, it's like the concentrated form. I know. I guess I'd never thought of that. I've been drinking tea my whole life. My mom loves herbal tea. We had actually it's so weird. The tea that my mom is obsessed with that I've had in my house my entire life is made in Colorado, and I didn't know that till I moved here. Some natural brand. You guys probably know the one I'm talking about. It usually comes in a box, and when you open it, they don't have tea. There's no string on the bags. It's like just bags that you have to rip in half, like, and there's like a wax bag in there that holds them together. But they make all sorts. They have the best sleepy time tea in the world. But yeah, I grew up with those. But I never ever thought in my life. I just thought they were different. I thought it was all different plants. Like I thought, Earl Grey was different than English breakfast was different than Russian breakfast was different. No, those are the same tea leaf. Earl Grey, the only difference is bergamot, right? I'm loading a bowl. Please excuse me. It's science. Then we're gonna watch some cool music and enjoy awesome things together. But no, I like a hot beverage. I don't like hot alcohol though. I learned that. Like I don't like a Irish coffee or something. Hot alcohol is gross. But tea, coffee, yeah, anytime. I that's like my own personal one-liner joke that I say anytime I'm watching a show or something and someone else is in the room. And like if someone brings someone a cup of coffee, I will say, "That's how you get your dick sucked." Or a tea or anything. Like a hot beverage. You bring me a hot beverage? Yeah. Not Bigelow. It's man, I probably haven't. It's like Seasons. Oh, it's Seasons? Is it just called Seasons? I think the brand is just called like Seasons. Cuz it's I think the majority of teas they make are like herbal like mixes. Celestial seasonings. That's it. Thank you. I've literally been drinking it my entire life. It's crazy that I can't remember the name of it. Just never looked. But it's good. They make really good tea, but they're based in Colorado. I didn't know. Now we all know. Together. They're huge. They're made in Denver. I learned that when I moved here. I was like, "Oh, sick." Apparently you can go like tour the factory and shit. Yep, the vanilla sleepy time tea. My mom's addicted to their vanilla chai. They have a really good vanilla chai tea that's chai tea again. A vanilla chai that's really fucking good. I really love they have a sleepy time tea that's really good and tension tamer. It literally has a picture of like a dragon and a princess on the cover of the box, but it's really, really good. It's just a good evening tea. It's like herbal and doesn't have caffeine in it, but it doesn't put you to sleep. Oh yeah, sleepy time tea I still drink sleepy time tea. I love sleepy time tea. That or throat coat. Oh my god. Throat coat's made by a different brand though. Throat coat's like that medicinal tea brand. You know the one I'm talking about. It's like a white box with a red stripe on the top. It's throat coat. Everybody knows throat coat. Yep, it's an Irish coffee is whiskey and coffee, and then there's some other form of it where they put like Kahlua or Irish cream in it, and I don't know what that's called. A coffee nudge? It is dirty. It is. And it's made with slippery elm. It is dirty. But it works. It literally saves my throat a lot of the time. I mean, let's be honest. A coffee can't have an ethnicity. Is that what Irish is? A nationality? That'd be weird. Cheers. Fiata's titties are good. Fucking cheers to that. Huzzah, bitch. You get your titties squeezed by those goddamn clamps enough, my god. That alone should give you the karma to have clean boobies. Hell yes. Don't smoke yourself. All right, let's pause this music and watch some fucking cool links. I want to go to a Deadpool bar and get a BJ. Wait, yes? Wait, like a BJ or BJ? Because yes to both. Where's my music coming from right now? There it is. All right. What up, Mandel? How are you, love? So am I, Viata. Good. My sister and I think my sister actually gets checked soon because she's finally 30. They told me to start getting my boobies clamped at 30 because my mom getting breast cancer. Yeah. Honestly, as much as we bitch about the booby clampage, I'd rather get them clamped than let them kill me. That is not the way I'm gonna go. Ever. Never turn down a buy of any form, I mean. Can you? Oh, no shit. I didn't get drug tested by my pain doctor, so no smoking for me. She hasn't tested me in close to a year now. That's pretty nice, though. They said that the next scan I could have a breast MRI if my insurance covers it, and it will go. I was gonna say, I mean, you heard I was bitching about this the other day, but if you guys don't know, when people with titties start going in and getting their titties checked, um, the normal test they do is quite literally they like rip our boob off of our body and put it in this clamp of like plexiglass and they squeeze our tit into a pancake and then try to take images through it. But if your breasts are shallow, like they can't get your boob off your body because your boobs are too small, or they're dense, then you have to come back, do it all over again, and get an ultrasound. But I was bitching about it because it's like, I feel like every year, Fiat has to go get her tits clamped. They're like, oh my God, they're dense. We can't see them. Just stop pinching her titties. Stop it. We're wasting everyone's time. I mean, for fuck's sake. God damn it. If you know, I mean, come on. Leave her alone. Good, Amanda. Good for you. My mom had breast cancer too. It's everybody can get breast cancer. Check your titties. Like, it's just not something to be fucked with. That's what I'm saying. It's all this insurance. I'm sure it's hospitals and insurance shit. I don't know. It's so backwards. In order to prove you need this just an MRI instead of doing all the pinching, they make you pay for all the pinching and shit and just waste money. It's so stupid. It's a waste. Good. Donna, that was like my mom. Did you ever have like biopsies on them? No shit. Problem. I have my footages. Okay, I got it. That's fine. I have that one. That one's up there too. I have the nemophilia one as well. We're good there. Oh. Ow. You ever get an itch on your foot that just out of nowhere? What the shit? Anyways. Next. Oh, are you this is my life. This is my fucking life. Not today, Satan. Oh, this is the Fallout trailer. Which trailer are we watching? Is it so there's a teaser trailer, an official trailer, but y'all saw something new that blew your minds. That's what I want to watch. Sugar, you can always talk about your dog, always and forever. You know what's crazy, Mandel? Yes, to answer your question, I absolutely know about Ginger, but I wouldn't even hesitate to say the number one most asked question in my chat is, Katie, do you know about Ginger? Which is great. I'm so glad you also know about them. But everybody, just that band. Do you know about Ginger? Yeah, they're fucking amazing. She's incredible. She's incredible, but it's not a dumb question. I'm flattered. It makes me think I'm surrounding myself with good people because you have good taste in music. No, it's just like I get asked it at least once a week. And I'm like, fuck yeah. They have a song called Pisces, bitch.
Pisces life, let's go.
Marv, you can always suggest a song. It's honestly, I have such a vast music taste. I feel like it's so rare that I'm not into a song. Usually if someone throws a song at me that I don't like, I already know about it and that's why I don't like it. Like I already know I hate it or something. Like if it's Counting Crows, please no. My special torture for the day is waiting to hear back from the vet about when I can pick my dog up. She's getting her extractions today. 15 teeth. Baby. Oh. And you just had him cleaned 7 months ago. They took x-rays. She said she had stage 2 periodontal disease, but nothing needed out. Told me I could keep brushing every day. Now 15. Holy crap. I have a lot of opinions on that, but I'm not. I don't. I don't know how you would appropriately approach this, but like, I'd be like, 6 months ago, you said if I brushed their teeth every day and did this and this and this, that we were fine. And now we're doing 15 extractions. Where did you fuck up? Because I did this, this, and this. And here we are. Sir, ma'am. Empress of all, whatever the fuck your name is. I'd be asking that. Because that, seems like the vet missed something. I don't know if there's I don't think they're nefariously trying to do anything, like trying to make money off you or anything, but it seems like maybe the vet missed something quite vital back when it could have been taken care of before 15 fucking rapid extractions. That's where I'm honest to fuck. That's my initial instinct on that one, but I don't even know how you would go that. Yeah, like you didn't look. I mean, barring getting hit in the face with a baseball bat, how do 15 teeth in 6 months go from decent to need to be pulled immediately? I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. It's like animal care. I don't know. In terms of human, I don't know. I'd go to a new vet. But I would approach that topic because that. And if they tried to argue it, I would pose it like this. All right, Sir vet of all vets. If I was your vet, and 6 months ago I told you to brush your dog's teeth every day, do this, and they'll be fine, and we're only at stage 2 periodontal disease, and then 6 months later I said, just kidding, we gotta pull 15 teeth. Would you ever want to come back to me, or would you trust my work ever again? Or would you think maybe something was going on? Because that seems like quite a turnover of events. Honestly, that's sad. I just hope your baby's okay. I mean, I'm sure they're okay, but goddamn, that's a lot of stress for a face. To have 2 teeth out? Oh, she's so yeah, the pain. I can't imagine the pain, and when animals don't understand what's going on, that's gotta be the worst. Like, the most confusing feeling. But yeah, no, I don't think I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I mean, no shit. So, horse incident, you guys all know, I've told that story way too many times. Stepped on by a horse when I was a kid, lots of dental issues. So, I have, like, 3 root canals from all this, and throughout my life, I've had to get them, like, redone or whatever, and I had one apparently go bad, and they, like, used a shoehorn to peel my face off my skull and go up here and, like, drill something away, and no shit, it went bad. I still don't know what that means. Under 6 months, I got it free. Like, it was actually in under a year. The work did not prevent whatever was going on from happening again, therefore it was free. And that's a dentist. I don't know though. Yeah, I feel you. I'm on your side. No, that's weird. It's weird. Yeah. Mhm. I agree with CJ. Like, it should be free of charge. I mean, you're the only vet I'm going to, and you didn't do anything about it 6 months ago, and here we are. And I did the daily work. So I come to you for your professional opinion and your intelligence, and apparently that didn't prevent shit. So why would I go to you again? You know? I don't know. That's my opinion. That shit sucks. Okay, is it official trailer or teaser? Official trailer was 5 hours ago. I'm gonna say it's that one. Why does it say I've already watched it? No, it says, oh, I bet it auto played somewhere. Someone gave me the link and it auto played. It was like halfway through, just paused. Fucking Christ. All right, it's not that long. This like stereotypical phenomena happen in movies where you put 2 artists together and it's like the best sex of your life, but then they kill each other. I don't want to die. Not yet. Not yet. Not right now. I'm good. But it's just, you know, I'm as guilty as the other party, is what I'm saying. No fingers pointed, but like, no, 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 nope, 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 nope. That being said, the fingers. The fingers! I'm loading a bowl. Yeah, it's literally like opposites attract, right? It's people who, everybody's an artist. It's so hard for me when people are like, I could never do that. Everybody's an artist. You create art, whether you're a wordsmith or a good driver. That's art to me. Someone who can just drive smoothly and wonderfully. Like, there's so many forms of it, but there are some of us who are just like the weird types who paint. And we live in the clouds. And when you put 2 people who live in the clouds, bills don't get paid, and then you're homeless and you kill each other. You need at least one person being like, did you pay that bill? 2 disassociators is never a good idea. It just ends up bad. And it's all I'm again guilty as charged. Like, it's all emotion. There's no one with logic in the room. And when everyone's just emotional, nothing's accomplished ever. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it's super real. It's awesome to surround yourself with artists, but even like artist friends of mine, I feel like we're the type of friends where which is my type of relationship, but it's the type of friends where it's like we can go a week or 2 without ever communicating and pick up at the exact point where we left off in a conversation like nothing's happened because we both probably disassociated into some art project for a few weeks. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean we weren't interested in that person or we weren't interested in the conversation or nothing. It's just like my attention went into sewing something backwards. I don't fucking know what happened. Where am I? Is it January? And when you put that in one house, nothing gets accomplished. It's just not safe. Um, dude, it's shocking. He is the epitome of responsible. He plays big dumb fuck. That boy, I could tell you stories. Straight A student, close to valedictorian, if not salutatorian, got the principal's award for perfect attendance. Not only perfect attendance, signed up to take extra classes before school and had perfect attendance for those as well, because he just liked school. My dudes, I figured out how to make a pop can bong by the time I was 11. We are not the same. Like, I make sure it honestly works out. My mania turns into cleaning. So like if it wasn't for me, to be real, I don't think toilet I don't think I don't think Zach's aware that you have to clean a toilet because he's never seen a dirty one. Fuck if I know what that thing would look like. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's not that you know, like uh, shit like that. Whereas like I go around and I clean from top to bottom, like I clean the corners, the spider webs, I clean the walls, I clean all the appliances, I clean the baseboards. No kidding, you can lick them. I clean all that shit so regularly. It's pubeless. Whereas like if it wasn't for him, I'd probably get my water shut off pretty regularly. Cause like I forget to check the mail. It's a you know, it works. I like no shit, real conversation we had when I first moved in. He realized that I like to clean. It gives me like it gets energy out of me and gives me a sense of accomplishment, and I like having freedom to move and not like run into something. I like cleaning. It's not like a stress response most of the time. But he noticed I cleaned a lot and he asked me, I remember it so clearly. We were standing in the kitchen. And he goes, "Does it bother you that I don't like clean as often as you do?" And I was like, "Would it bother you if I just went over everything you cleaned no matter what because I have to do it?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "No." Great. It's the perfect balance. He leaves the fuck alone, and I know it's done right. Neurosis. Welcome. It honestly works. He's neurotic about like getting things done on like bills and stuff like that. Which like I've never missed a payment on a bill. Let's be real. I'm not that bad, but I've definitely called at 11:59 the night before and cried hysterically to get it done before midnight. Been there, done that. That would never happen to him. He's so like on that stuff. Whereas for me, I'm on the like if I'm walking through the hallway and I see there's a piece of dirt, I'm like, time to vacuum everything ever. You know? It works. It works out. I don't think either of us mind it because we both dysfunction in the person's opposite realm. So we kind of make it up and look like we function really well. But alone, it'd be a trash fire. Oh my god, Music Man. So seriously, I've been through the ringer with vacuums because I'm the kind of person you could absolutely buy a vacuum for a gift. I love a clean floor. I like to walk around and not step on anything weird. Um, uh, I have had literally the ringer of vacuums. I had a Dyson for a really long time. I had a really good Dyson that an ex stole, bastard. And then I got like a less good Dyson, and it's a piece of shit. The community, someone in our lovely community, threw money at me to go get myself a shop vac because I kept spilling glitter on accident and it was a nightmare. I'm never going to go back. Get a shop vac. Get the one that has all the attachments and the big hose. My house has never been more clean. Holy shit. It's everything. It's everything. Fuck Dyson. Sorry. You used to make good vacuums 10 years ago. It's amazing. I'm living for this fucking shop vac. I love it. It's like a treat to vacuum. It's so nice. All the little like it does it's just fucking dude. I can't. It's so good. Shop vacs are the serious goat. It will get anything. And I've never, ever, 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 ever in my life come across a vacuum that has as much suction. Like this shit will borderline pull your carpet up. It's amazing. And you guys know I live in the desert where it's just like dust all the time. just I live dust. So having something like that, I would go shop vac every time. I think it was like $150 to get like the big shop vac with all the attachments. It's amazing. I stand by that shit, man. It's so good. Shop vac's the brand. What model? How do I even tell? The black and red one with all the attachments. How can I tell what the model is? I could literally roll it over here. It's huge. But I do a lot of arts and crafts and stuff, so I needed something that would suck needles and stuff, something big. But it's on wheels, which is amazing. Hi, Lizzie, my love. Well, here's the thing though, Lizzie. Like the shop vac being 150, a Dyson is gonna run you minimum $500. They are absurdly expensive, and I did vow by mine. I got my way back in the day when I graduated college. Actually, it was like my treat to myself to get myself a the upright purple something like the animal Dyson, and that Dyson was phenomenal. X stole it. That thing would suck a toothbrush up and bend it in half before ever telling you it was clogged. It was amazing. The new Dysons have no suck, and they alarm if they get a piece of hair. They suck. They suck in the worst sucky way. I don't want to be told no while I'm vacuuming. Like, I'm so sorry you went over a paper clip. Suck it, bitch. Dyson. Beep, 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 beep. It tickles. I spend more time tearing my Dyson apart and trying to figure out what speck of dust made it stop working than I do vacuuming. The shop vac, no one says no to a shop vac. Nothing can say no to a shop vac. Nothing. It's incredible. I seriously, like, I've used it for other things too. Like, we have, like, we don't have central air. I don't know how to explain it. We have air. But, you know, you have, like, those square vents that are at the base of your, walls in some places. Those get so fucking dusty as fuck, and I can literally just take the vacuum and run it along that, and it's so powerful. It all of it, and now they're spotless. And before, I was literally taking a Q-tip and cleaning each slat individually because I couldn't figure out how the fuck to get it out. I couldn't look at it. They're white. The fucking vent covers are white. No, I can't look at it. I think I got mine on Amazon or something. Yeah, they've been in shitified. I'm glad I'm not the only one because I truly did. I mean, that old Dyson I had was worth the 500 or whatever I paid for it. It was great. It never said no. It was bagless. That was really nice. It was amazing. The newer ones, they're just crap. I mean, it literally goes off more often than not. It's just constant. And there's no suck to it at all. You could go over a piece of glitter for 20 times and it'd be like, it tickles. I hate it. Dude, you can totally borrow it. Yes. I mean, good luck, but yes. You could, Don, no shit. I've had to actually be careful. I'm so used to this shitty Dyson that, like, for instance, my house is super small. So, like, this small area of carpet over here where my dogs lay, that's like my sewing area as well. I just shoo them out of it. And with my old Dyson, I could have literally gone over an entire pattern and piece of material and it wouldn't even have budged. If I go within an inch of it, it's like gone. Like it's and my instinct is to, you know, if I see a dryer sheet somewhere, I'm like, don't go anywhere near it with the vacuum. The vacuum will have an existential crisis and we'll have to send it in to get fixed. The shop vac while I'm having this crisis and trying to back away goes and it's gone. And you're just like, oh baby, yes. You sweet, sweet fucking thing. I love you. So much. It's so sucky. So sucky. I mean, let's be real. We're all aging, and vacuuming is bad for your back. There's no vacuum out there ergonomically designed to not be terrible for one's back. I'm not going to waste, like, no one should be wasting time vacuuming if it's doing fuck all. Like, this thing is sucking off my carpet pad. Oh, I can't tell you. It's so stupid to be this excited about a cleaning thing, but man, if you know, you know. It's just everything. I vacuum and I'm like, I walk barefoot and I'm like, the carpets feel soft and clean, amazing. Whereas with the Dyson, no shit, it was almost like having a shitty dishwasher where you have to like borderline completely wash your dishes before they go in the goddamn dishwasher. I was sweeping my carpets before vacuuming. Not an exaggeration. Facts. What the fuck? Oh my god, so I've honestly thought about this. Speaking of eating people, when I was helping my dad clean out his dad's commercial mechanic shop in the 80s, we found this thing called the Billy Goat. Oh. Oh my god. A gas-powered vacuum? Oh, I want it. Holy shit. Like you mow your lawn and then vacuum lawn debris. Shut the fuck up. They, wait, did anyone ever see someone vacuum their lawn? That's amazing. That's so cool. Gas powered lawn vacuum, though. I mean, wow. That would. Okay, so seriously, you reminded me because this was way back in the day. Actually, with my good Dyson, way back in the day. I was still working at the hospital at the time, and I think I was like vacuuming my house before I had to go to work. So I was going a little fast, and it was a 3-story townhouse and with fucking carpeted stairs with a golden retriever. And can I just, oh my God, it was the good Dyson though, I think. Anyways, I was vacuuming the stairs and I was doing it in my underwear and a sports bra because like I had to go to work and I didn't want to wear my scrubs while cleaning the house, get my scrubs all sweaty and hairy, and then go to work all sweaty and hairy. And I like dropped the vacuum and the hose just fucking like flew and sucked up on sucked right up onto my nana. It was only like a second of fear and terror. I ripped it off, turned the vacuum off, and just went to work and never spoke of it until I got home and talked to Stream about it because I was like scarred. But if the shop vac did this, I might lose a clit, if you know what I'm saying. I don't do that anymore. Like the hose slipped out of my hand and went like whoa whoa whoa, just suction cupped to my hoo ha for 1 second because Katie was like, ah! Ripped it off, went screaming through the house, and just like pretended it didn't happen. I think I left the vacuum on the stairs. It was a really golden moment in my life. I know. I don't know why you would do that. Have you ever just looked? I mean, maybe not everyone's hose for their vacuum looks like mine because I do a lot of crafting and stuff. But if you look, it's so rough and cut up and like barbed up in there. And I wouldn't, don't put your specials near that, please. Don't. Haven't you ever, like, okay, stop it. Let me set up the scene. You've got an upright vacuum, but it's one of those upright vacuums where it's got a detachable hose, and you're vacuuming the stairs, and there's one stair, and you're stretching it a little bit, and you're like, if the vacuum lays over, it'll be fine. I'll be able to get that stair, and the fucking hose slips out of your hand and does that, like, it's because I wasn't wearing clothes. I was bare skinned, my dudes. Like, you can't tell me you haven't done this. It was literally a cart. I mean, it's because I I was pulling it so hard, Come on. It's that or walk all the way down the stairs, pick up the vacuum, move it up one step, blah, blah, blah. Goddamn, time waste. Just, but like never again is what I'm saying. I haven't done this since. Same, Donna. I mean, why the fuck? You're cleaning dirty spaces. Why would you wear your clothes that you're going to wear? You're just going to get them gross. Ooh, new colors. Let me grab. I totally get it. I'm on your side. My vacuum flew out of my hand and just attached itself to my clitoris. It totally did. I had underwear on, I guess. But yeah. That was the first place I decided to go. I had it was horrible. It was horrible. I thought I might lose parts. What, do you vacuum broken glass? I actually have. Yeah. Absolutely. I've vacuumed a lot of things. Yes. The shop vac can do anything. But yeah, I'm trying to think because I do like resin stuff. And so when you like do a resin pour and it sits overnight and you peel it out of the sink, a lot of times you have to trim off the edges that have poured that kind of spilled over, and those edges are now hard glass shards. They're horrific. I mean, they'll get in your skin and like embed and give you they're like welding shards, not welding shards, but shards of metal. That kind of stuff. Oh yeah, I vacuumed the fucking ringer. Oh yeah, I do it all. Wood, shit, needles. Yeah. Yes, I have. I need a vacuum that doesn't say no to life. You know what I'm saying? I need one that's like, I'm excited for that challenge. Let's go. It's yeah. Also dogs. Like my dog's dragging so much crap. Oh. Lizzie, I thought you weren't gonna tell everyone I had a green vagina. Fuck. I mean, if like even if I had a penis, I think I'd be scared to put it in a vacuum. I don't know anyone that would put their precious, precious jewels into that scary maw of death, but like we've all seen the coconut story. We don't need it. Yeah. Who tried to fuck a vacuum or a hot tub? It was one or the other. Yeah. It was a time when it was like, I think it was like post the 70s of sexual liberation where our parents who were ex hippies were now like, we're prim proper and you need to up your hemline or lower your hemline or whatever. You know, they all like flipped the opposite way. And we were like, but what about that sexual revolution? I'm going to fuck the vacuum on by. I don't know. Maybe. Don't put your dick in that. Yeah. Yeah, be good to your penis and it will be good to you. I mean, seriously, our soft skins, i.e., titties and no-nos, are so delicate. Maybe avoid putting them in rough places that might cause harm. Because, like, I wouldn't. It's the smooth skins. Yeah, they're just they're the special places that we tuck away and keep special and don't see the sun. They're delicate, man. Never mind the coconut story. If you put your wang into something with enough suction, isn't that what happens to dogs? You might get too hard and get stuck and not be able to get back out. Oh my god, it's like a dog's knot. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh god. That tab crashed. I'm gonna move over a different one then. Fuck you, bitch. Next. Oh, this is the other Trigger Harper. Dude, I mean, I think we've all been to that point where we're so fucking horny we're willing to go to a gas station and jerk off next to maybe a turd smeared toilet, but we don't. At least I hope we don't. Bitches. All right. Drum it up, motherfucker. It's a taggle harpa. I am not saying that correctly. It's very cool though. The drum is definitely adding to it. He has smooth as fuck hands. Those look like baby skins. Wait, a video about what happens if your erection's too long? Does it involve a needle? No! No! Nope. Oh. Music, 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 music. It's not even the concept. I have an actual needle phobia. I faint. It's a horrible thing. I have visceral, which is, I know, crazy considering what I did for a living. But needles, syringes get me. I will, there's a possibility I might just go for it. Like, you know? The scalpel doesn't even get me. It's the needle. I had visceral experience with this as a child. Um, we had both sets of grandparents lived mysteriously in the same town in Arizona, so like vacations were very easy. They were literally like a few miles apart. It was so weird. But all of my brothers are actually I'm the only one that's not a pale bitch. All my brothers are like it's like translucent white with like pale yellow blonde hair and big blue eyes, and they look gorgeous. And all of them and all of my cousins who are similarly shaded decided it'd be a really great idea one year before we went to Arizona in the summertime to visit our grandparents was to shave their heads. Again, please wear sunscreen. And my brother Corey, bless him, he got sunburnt so bad on his shaved prepubescent white as fuck thumb head that the pores closed and his scalp started to swell with sweat. We all had to go to the ER and he had to get it aspirated with a needle bigger than my cock. And I just don't want that in my life ever again. Ever. Where?
Sunscreen. If I could offer you only one tip for the future, sunscreen would be it. The long-term benefits of sunscreen have been proven by scientists.
Yeah, shit's real. Wear a fucking sunscreen. It's not okay. Or a hat. I mean, seriously, don't shave your head if you it's just all over stupid, right? Honestly, my parents are they should have told all these kids no. I don't know why they didn't. But we lived in the Pacific Northwest. Like, not only were they a bunch of short little white boys with white blonde hair and blue eyes, they lived in the Pacific Northwest, which means we don't see the sun. They had no base coat. They went from like vampire world to the sun and just toasted. I mean, just fucking toasted. It was bad. It was very, very bad. I haven't heard of that phenomenon in eons. Phenomena. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, Shabuzi. I don't think we've seen that person yet. That's the new colors video. Hold on, I'm looking through. I'm looking through the links. I'm making sure I've got them organized. Najeel, did you do this? It's fantastic. Falcons can live to be 12 to 15 years old. All falcons alive today were born in the 21st century. They are millennial falcons. I didn't get this. Thank you for the repost. Fit. I love this. That brings me much joy. Sometimes I think memes like that are a art that is dying because of short form content. I know I bitch on short form content all the time, but it's kind of killing it a little bit. It's like everybody needs a video to laugh at, but like a truly good meme where all you need was a few words to make me laugh. Oof. Rare. We don't get them as much anymore. It makes me sad. Yeah, not all of them are great. Some of them are really try hard. That was great. That was so good. Gen Z and Gen Alpha Falcons. Oh, bless their hearts. Wait, is it? Yes, I do, Workster. You know, I should have a phobia of horses by all rights and not needles, but they don't freak me out. I still think they're pretty. What the fuck? Man, my voice is so shit today. Welcome, Dis and bitches. My name's Katie, and it's wonderful to see all of you. How are you doing today? Welcome, Raiders. Dude, my voice is gone. My balls dropped. Welcome. You're all here to witness it. And now for the great reveal. Boop. Just kidding. There was an error with the stream. Welcome. Blitz would not approve of the horse hate. Did Blitz have a horse tap dance on his face? I think not. That being said, Blitz and I might come from the same place. I don't know. He was born in hell and whatnot, but I am from the state where Mr. Hands hailed. Oh, all of that sentence sounds so much worse in my head out loud. Oh my god! Shut the fuck up! Did that just happen? Shut up. Oh my god, my shit won't stop. Bitch! How am I too... Welcome to hell, bitch. Motherfucking partner check mark! Dude, there's so many, this is honestly on me. There's so many goddamn badges. I've stopped looking at them. Because some people will come in with 10 badges. I'm like, I don't know what any of that is. Fucking congrats. I didn't even know you applied, you secretive hoe. Did you pee yourself? Dude, fuck yes. Cheers to that. Bitch, I saved you a clean cushion too. Notice the urine smell? Not as bad in this corner. You're welcome. I prefer the vomit sour. It's more palatable. I'm so fucking happy for you. Cheers. That's really exciting. Seriously. It I mean, don't ever underplay yourself. This market, I talk about it too much, is so goddamn flooded. That's a goddamn achievement. Cheers, bitch. Well deserved. I got you, Lizzie. I just noticed the light over my head looks like a boob. Also, there's a light over my head. Yeah, that's always had to have been there, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm tall. I don't often look up, okay? Is it going to be a new album, Lizzie? Oh my god, that was a hot hit. It's a boob light. It is a boob light. It's one of the quintessential boob lights, but I don't think I don't know. Who doesn't have a tit light at this point? Oh no. Thank you for the raid, bitch. I'm so happy for you. She took a hot one. Sometimes they're really warm on the inside. Oh. Once in a while, man. It ain't all the time, but Jesus Christ. When she hits, she hits. Holy crap. Can you see the boob light? Oh my god, there she is. No, is that the boob? Yeah, that's the boob. Is it? There's another light on the other side. Yeah, that's the tit. I don't think I've ever looked that straight up to notice the tit. There she is. And you do have to twist the nipple to get it off. It makes it the best. The spicy hits, right? There's no rhyme or reason why. Well, I did keef that bowl.
Shitter was full.
I keefed it. Look at it's crazy. It's not every time, but man, the sweat. Look at the glisten, bitches. When it happens, it happens. We love we're calling it the glazed donut or the glazed asshole. What are they? Lubed up clit skin. What are they calling it these days? I feel like every 6 months some celebrities like I'm coming out with a dewy skin line called juicy butt crack or something. Whoa. Sorry, I blacked out a little. But if you know, you know. Adam, thank you for subbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings. I think I might have actually heard that alert, which means they're back. If I miss any alerts, I do apologize sincerely. They've been muted randomly for me all day, but chat can hear them. I don't know what's going on. There's a little drip of sweat. Oh, no shit. I don't think I have anything secretive on my monitors, but thank you. Good to know. Just the chat. I know. Oh my god, Dis, do you want to, dude? We were talking about broken brains earlier today, and you'll fucking appreciate this. So I've just been like randomly kind of getting back into sewing mode because I haven't sewn in a long time, but I know how to sew. So I found this easy pattern to make like a kind of a like a Mandarin collar type dress ish thing. I don't know, and sewing is not, I mean, you look at a piece of clothing, all the seams are inside, right? It's generally common sense. And I swear to you, I was sewing just one panel, like one of the panels. I sewed it with seams out 4 times in a row before I just said, you know what, Katie? It's just not the day. So I took it off the form and said, not today. Well, I was seam ripping. It was just like, I was in a broken loop of my brain for some reason. It was insane. No, thank you. I appreciate you, Viata. Thank you. Who's bleaching their emergency exit? Hopefully nobody. You should not put chemicals like that on your anus. Her mom, my bestie, made the dress she's wearing. Oh my god, cute. That was, my mom taught me how to, she taught me how to like use a pattern when I was a kid because I've been tall for so long. There were no, I mean, before the advent of like Amazon or online shopping or anything like that, if you went to the mall and nothing fit, you just didn't get clothes. My mom was like, fuck this, we're making your clothes. Right? I mean, there's something to it. And everybody has such unique measurements. For me, it's so nice to be able to make a dress where I don't have to pay a tailor to take it in somewhere. Cause like my widest part of my body is my thigh hip. Like not even my hip bone, my thigh hip. So if I like cater to that to the rest of my body, everything's a bag. Whereas like with a pattern, you can say like my waist is this size, my ass is this size, and you can put those two pieces together and suddenly you have a dress that fits you and not some fucking stick somewhere. It's incredible. I always forget like how nice it is when I go just try to buy a stock dress off a shelf and I'm like, "Oh, this is a terrible time. Why am I doing this?" Pockets in everything and double lining. My god, it's so easy. I know that some gay men as a gay man myself bleach their asses and dicks. It makes me shudder to think about it. It's like to each their own. I don't judge how people want to take care of their genitals and shit like shaving and whatnot, but I have a hard time believing there's any type of actual bleaching substance that's not damaging layers of skin, removing layers of skin, also acting as some sort of chemical exfoliant. And like considering like, what we do with our buttholes, I wouldn't want to remove protective layers of skin off of that. And this is just me. Do you actually like ass if you're only willing to eat a bleached one? Know what I'm saying? Just my opinion. Yeah, soft skins and bleach, I wouldn't either. I just wouldn't. I mean, I've bleached my head. That hurts. And this is not soft skins. This is highly abused, like blow dried, scrubbed, like abused flesh. And that burns. It will burn your fucking scalp. And I know they make special bleaches and stuff, but like, I don't know. Even if it doesn't show an actual burn on the outside, it's doing something. Because have you checked your butthole? Sometimes. Clean, right? I think that's what anybody really cares about at the end of the day for some, like, that's it. Could you make a sewing class on stream sometime? I could. Yeah. Like what kind of sewing class? Like how to use a sewing machine or how to use like a pattern? Like how to read a pattern? Like what kind? There's so many. I hand sew a lot too, honestly. A lot of things actually are easy or just there's a dog fuzz on me. Like, there's a lot of things you can do with the sewing machine, but I always feel like it's just a hardier stitch if I do it by hand. Like, it's gonna last longer because I'm rough. I do a lot of hand sewing too. I'm very complicated. Right? I mean, that's actually a really good point. Those areas of your body, i.e., any area of your body that is close to and or a mucous membrane, your lips, inside of your mouth, your beehole, like they absorb what comes in contact with them. We talk about this a lot. Like the reason things are absorbed sublingually into your cheeks and stuff, all those chemicals getting absorbed into your system, like I don't know. If you need someone to rub potentially dangerous chemicals all over their nanas before you go near them, I think that's a you problem. Like, I'm on Knives' side. As long as they're clean, I'm cool. Hygiene's important, but the chemical part seems an odd. It just is like, I don't know. It's potentially just seems really unsafe. Right, Luna, just wash your ass. It'll be fine. Right? It's like I feel like unless you're under the age of 5, we shouldn't have to say this. But I mean, we do have to take into account that there's a large population on Earth that for some reason believes washing your ass is gay. Which, whoa, still, but whoa. Big whoa. My bestie sent me a voice memo. She's really stressed about law exams. Jesus. Her daughter came up to her and said her problem is worse. Oh, I love this. She realized that this year her birthday's on a Wednesday, which is a tragedy, worse than failing a law exam. I mean, it is. How when do you have your birthday party? The weekend before? And then just sit around on your birthday and no one's gonna wish you happy birthday because we already celebrated? Or the weekend after. So on your actual birthday, everyone's like, we're celebrating this weekend. What do you do? What do you do? I'm stressed for them. I get it. I get it. No, for real, that's a thing. And there's no logic. There is a population of human beings that like they do not wash their genitals or their ass because that's gay. But I mean, I'm gonna go so far as to say they probably jerk off, and I don't know how that's not. If we're really gonna go there, if we're gonna villainize gay, fuck. Yeah, Helitable. I was just saying it doesn't seem safe. I also wash my ass and am gay. Hard same. Bidets are incredible. Someone got too close to feeling something nice and said, "Ooh, this is a sin, dude." Sir, no, it's okay. It's enjoying things is good. How dare we feel passionate things? Turn the music off. Where's your daily sandpapering for your anus? I hate it. Christmas falls on a Wednesday. That's kind of shitty. That is kind of shitty. Yeah. When you're 5 turning 6, it feels like you won't have a birthday for another decade. Time is crazy when you're a kid. I remember thinking over, like, a Christmas break that I would have no friends. I was like, "This is too long. Everyone's gonna forget me." We still unfortunately live in a world where people associate hyperpigmentation as something wrong with a person. That's so sad. People are so base. They just let the water roll down. I'm not kidding you. That's actually what they say. They're like, "The water rolls down on it." But Katie, wouldn't we fart bubbles? Now that's embarrassing. But who's in there? I mean, I guess I don't want the answer to that. Oh, it's a dude. We went on like a TikTok venture one time, Sugar. No shit. It was a TikTok venture of all these videos where these like women that either had a roommate or a significant other who was of this population. What it was kind of a genius test, but also like super gross because they probably still suck them dicks. But they took a little bit of lipstick and did like a little mark. I think it was either on the surface of like the edge of a tub or on the bottom of all the cleaning like every single shampoo or whatever in the shower. And then once their partner had taken a shower, they would go in and check every single thing and see if anything had been moved, and not one anything had ever been disturbed in the shower. And she would immediately confront them and be like, "How did you wash yourself?" "The water runs off my head." Um, it's incredible. It was phenomenal. No excuses. I don't know. They were in there for a long time. I think they were just jerking off, to be honest. If anyone ever asked my skin tone, I'm fucking purple, dude, that would be what shade though? I want to be like periwinkle. Like maybe a little bit this one. That'd be sick. I'd take that. That'd be dope. It's wild. I know. I don't know, man. It's I enjoy feeling relatively clean and smelling good, but to each their own. Use the handheld water jet on the strong center stream to get right in my asshole. Deep clean the fuck out of it. And yes, you're not doing it right if you don't fart a bit after. I mean, come the fuck on. No pun intended. We haven't. Graham, we really haven't. We really haven't. It's pretty gnarly. I mean, shades of purple are important, but I agree with you. I don't know what I mean. I'd probably like periwinkle. I think is like a really, really good mix of purple and blue. It's one of my favorite colors ever. I don't know if it would. Yeah, I think I'd go with that one. But shade of purple is important because there's some like if you were neon, how the fuck would you sneak around anywhere? You'd literally be eliminated as an assassin immediately. Like just chances up. I was literally on my hands and knees cleaning the house yesterday. The toilet was spotless. Nemos had, oh my god, they had food poisoning and hugged it. And that's how you fucking, I don't know how, man. I clean my bathroom more than anything in my house. My bathroom and my bed sheets probably, because I just feel like those are the two dirtiest places, man. And they're the places we go to be like clean and safe. And if they're not clean and safe, it doesn't feel good. Ooh, the timing, I know. You gave him the best view and it probably smelled nice. I will not smell, I refuse. If I'm in there scrubbing, in the bathroom or your butt? Or yes. I use bleach on everything, so by the time I'm in there, everything just smells like bleach. The scrubbing bits, oh my god, Lizzie. I don't know if this is me I think I hit a milestone is what I'm saying. I invested in like elbow length rubber gloves. Like pink ones. And I love them. I've just been cleaning barehanded all these years. Because I was like, no, I won't. I can't. But oh my god. Literally the mom from Dexter's Lab, I'm not kidding. They are, I was looking around, I think they're in my kitchen actually hanging up drying. I'm obsessed with them. I love them so much. I know. Barehanded. It's because I'm on the move. I don't know. My mom is, this is where I came from and I'm still evolving. My mom is the type of mom, we never had paper towels or paper napkins. There was one grayish washcloth always dangling over the sink spout. Always. And if you wanted clean hands, you went and washed them in the sink with water and soap. So I'm still adjusting to this lifestyle of like, not that smell, that smell. You know that smell that's in that rag. I'm still getting there. So I do think I've done things the hard way existentially. I just learned that you could do things the easier way. And what drove me there was when what was it? The dogs did something on my carpet, I can't remember. And I got this cleaner that was really gritty. Like I think it had shards of something and I was like, it's actually going to cut my fucking skin. So I got the gloves so I wouldn't cut my skin and now they're just everything. I don't but like I've told you guys my mom, we used to have this house. It was I want to say it was a hexagon or a pentagon. It was huge. It was like a stacked layer cake. And the middle floor was half, not even, it was more than that. It was 3/4 stone tile. And my mom cleaned it on her hands and knees with a washcloth. I've never seen her own a mop. And I don't understand square footage. I couldn't tell you. It was enormous. Huge. That's just what I know. I don't even know to look for convenience or like safety measures. You know what I'm saying? Like all I know is bleach. So that's what I use. I know it works. I know it bleaches, it cleans. I'm still getting there, like, forgive me. The dirty dish rag smell that never goes away, it's fucking horrible. Yeah, the rag, it's existential. My mom, like, looks down on people who have a paper towel roll in their kitchen, like, "You wasteful chuds." I'm like, yeah, but their hands don't smell like that." The water rolls down thing just blows my mind. I know. Me too. I don't know. I think it's just dumb excuses not to clean yourself. I don't understand it. It's very confusing. ADD non sequitur. Do you watch the Halo show, Katie? It's really good. The Halo show. Like Halo the game? No, I haven't seen it. Is it actually good? Am I paying I mean, I believe you, but, like, is it I mean, no. I haven't heard anyone talk about it, and that's usually my clue in that I should watch it. And no one's you're the first person to mention it in a long time. At my pain clinic, they do procedures that are constant, radiation from, like, X-rays used during I get a procedure like this every few years. Anyways, the nurse had a pink lead outfit, precious, where it's a pink top and a pink skirt to protect herself. Yes. Dude, the one thing that was, like, I was very jealous of people who worked in the pediatrics units or children's units is they got to wear fun shit like that. They could bring in all the fun scrubs and the fun if you work adults, navy blue or Caribbean green, which is just dark green, and that was it. And you got nothing fun because adults don't deserve fun, apparently, which was lame. I was always jealous of that. They got to wear the coolest stuff. No, bleach. Well, no, that's a lie. I definitely probably put my hands right up in bleach. I can't even lie to you. I probably definitely did, but I do use the gloves now, and it's quite nice. My fingers are better off, probably. My skin's better off, probably. Yeah. I just haven't heard anything good about it. My husband's mom's a dirty dish rag, Katie, is a dish rag lady. I have trouble going there. Even the raw chicken. Have you ever smelt their cutting board? Bless my mother, I love it so much. I think it's just a generation where she doesn't think about these things, but, like, her cutting board smells like this dish rag. And I'm like, "Mom, you have a wood cutting board, you're cutting meat on, like, what are you I don't know what to do with you." It's a miracle my mom and dad aren't dead. I don't know what to do. I love them so much. I can't do anything here. I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do. It's like they have to get sick or something. I don't want them to get sick, but Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, that's probably why I don't have Paramount. I bet that's why. Yeah. Doc offices can. It's big hospitals. They're moving. I've read this. They're moving towards because one or two of the hospitals on the West Coast that I worked at, we kind of had a little bit of control over our scrubs, but they're mostly moving towards specific color coding. And get this. This is what kills me. They claim that Zach took a shit so bad in our bathroom, it's choking me out in like 25 feet away on the other side of the house. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, they claim that if we have color coding, that the patients will not all mistake everyone for a nurse. Okay, this is the claim. So most of the hospitals I've worked at, it's like if you're a respiratory therapist, you wear some form of green. If you're a nurse, it's probably going to be like navy blue or something. Some hospitals it's pink or whatever. And I mean, as patients of the world, has anyone ever offered you the legend to the color code of a hospital? Or do you just assume anyone in scrubs in your room is probably a nurse there to help you? Because scrubs are scrubs are scrubs, right? Same. And like half the doctors these days don't wear white coats because if you didn't know, doctors don't own that white coat. It hangs on a hanger in an office and is used by 500 other people all the time. They come to work in scrubs or just their slacks and a shirt and they put that on at work. Most younger doctors realize it's pretentious, it scares people, and is dirty as fuck. You're very welcome to ask them to take it off. Scrubs are scrubs are scrubs. The color coding's dumb. It's just, I honestly think it's an excuse to get money off of us because anywhere I've worked where it's color coded, they add the extra caveat of monogramming. So, say I worked at two hospitals where we both wear the same color, different scrubs because one's got to have Monogram Johns Hopkins, and one's gotta have monogram Sinai. Do you even know how many scrubs I have? It's ridiculous. And they're so much more expensive. Hi, bub. I know, we need a break, huh? Dad's gassing us out with his asshole. I mean, that's the thing. Dude, no one's ever gonna be personally offended. I mean, that I know of, if you call us a nurse, ever. I don't care what the fuck you call me. I'm gonna pay attention to your question. If I can't help you, I'm gonna find the person who can help you. If I'm in scrubs in your room, I'm there to help you. But if it's outside my scope of practice, I'll find the person who's in that scope of practice. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit if you know, like, if you're specifically lungs, like an asthmatic, et cetera, et cetera. It's good that you know who your respiratory therapist, and those kind of people, they know who a respiratory therapist is anyways, because that's their life. But beyond that, we're all there to help you. Maybe an asshole doctor, and fuck them anyways. Fuck that. A Velcro patch, that'd be nice. The color code's stressful too if you know what the colors mean. I know what department. Well, that's also, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. There's definitely certain, yeah. At one of the hospitals I worked at, they were actually in the process of color coding us while I worked there. We weren't in color codes yet. And so many people voted to make respiratory wear all black. And my little goth heart was like, ee. And my mature respiratory therapist adult heart was like, oh God, please no. What? No. Stop it. Stop. No. We didn't. We ended up like purple or something, and pharmacy got black. But like, I wanted it as much as the next fucking bitch, but no. Like, what? Most intensivists, so doctors that work like inpatient, in my personal experience, the vast majority of them are all wearing scrubs all the time, and it's usually just the scrubs that come from the hospital, like vending machines. The only docs I know that wear street clothes are usually like docs doing outpatient clinics and stuff like that. But it's honestly it's probably just depends on what your work style is. If you're on your feet going from patient to patient, being really physical, probably want to wear scrubs. Yeah, exactly. Like literally, and no shit, we had black hoodies like that were Johns Hopkins monogrammed. You guys, I've worn it on stream. Like it's one of my hoodies I wear all the time. So you come in with your black fucking hoodie, your black scrubs, your kit under your arm to unplug Nana. Like, hey everyone, how are we doing? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just gonna start to get Nana a little cleaned up. None of that's okay. None of that was okay. I'm uncomfortable saying it. This was my job. None of this is okay. Like, it doesn't need to be cheerful, but we can. We already get called the Reaper, regardless of what color scrubs we wear. You know what I'm saying? And you can't bleach black. That's another. I think that's honestly why they gave it to pharmacy, because pharmacy doesn't really deal with a lot of like fluids of people. They're not really like in it. They're just delivering meds and stuff, so they can wear black. I think that's part of it. But none of us. I mean, I couldn't bleach green. There was some weird marks on my green scrubs. Let me tell you. At that point, I mean, no shit. I have a like 2-foot tattoo of a scythe on me with a bunch of roses. I might have gone through some shit. It's fine. You just can't see that shit. All right, I gotta pee. We have more shit to watch. I'm sorry. You guys are just more interesting than anything. But now I have to pee. And you have to pee. You wanna come say hi first? Hi, bud. Hi, bub. Showing your inner ear off, my love. It's works for what I've like just personal experience. I've noticed it's like there's an older generation of doctors who wear the white coat and it was required. And so they're just used to it. It's like it's their uniform they're very used to. Whereas this new generation of docs, it's not so much required. It's like given as a choice. And so it's honestly however you're most comfortable. That's what I've found. Because I've known a few respiratory therapists who wear a white coat. And it's just they were like my mom's age, I think. And back when they became respiratory therapists, it was just part of the uniform. It's just I think it's whatever makes you able to do your job comfortably. Like I think I've told you guys that the first time I ever saw open heart, like emergent, middle of the night, night shift, one of my first nights ever working at Hopkins actually. And the heart surgeon was called in because he wasn't there. It was like a resident overnight. And he comes in an unbuttoned Hawaiian, like Tommy Bahama shirt, khaki shorts, and flip flops. And I shit you not, like comes into the room and they've got the gown ready for him, puts his arms in, they've got the mask, everybody just ties him up and he's in the chest within 5 minutes. It was insane. But he was wearing Birkenstocks, I think. He was wearing Birks. I remember looking at the Birks and be like, huh, interesting, sir. But it was middle of the night, he just got dressed emergently. Kind of made sense. But yeah, it's, in an emergent situation, you can wear whatever you want. Some hospitals have a required uniform and some don't. But most of the young docs I know, didn't wear a white coat unless they were freezing and didn't have another choice. But most units, we actually have like this big on wheels blanket warmer that's for patients. And we bundle like little cocooned babies in those blankets. Sir, I know. He knows how to take out my headphones to go on a break. He's the worst for patients. No shit. There's so many pictures I have somewhere on old drives of nurses and myself looking like, hello, freezing our asses off because it's a surgical unit and the warm blankets were everything. Do you think Heelys would be good for theater? No. There's honestly, there's so many fucking cords and lines and other things on wheels that if they move, you could kill somebody. He's trying to take my fucking headphone out of my ear. That the possibility of chaos is like insane. You know what I mean? Like seriously, most ORs that I've been in, they look like a cleaner, more well-lit, modern version of something out of the Matrix ships. It's just like things on stretchy arms coming off the ceiling, different screens and stuff that swing around in circles. And all the, like, some tubing hangs off the ceiling, some's coming off the ground, depending on where it's coming from for various things. There's just, honestly, you kind of feel like a ballerina in there, tiptoeing and moving around shit. It's hell, you know? I don't know how they would do that. Oh my God, Mitch.
Reminder to take your joy and possibly check your pockets for the joy you meant to take 2 hours ago.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how these days. I don't know how the fuck they would like even make an operating theater room, whatever, like make it functional to what is the word I'm looking for? To make it so people could watch. You literally have to be fully gowned and in the room and over the cavity to honestly have any idea of what's going on anymore. Because 9 times out of 10, we're not doing enormous incisions and, just cutting people open. We're doing, itty bitty little tiny. It's like you got to be like in there to even know what's going on. If you were far away, it would just look like a bunch of like vultures hanging over a body. You know what I'm saying? Robots are doing surgery these days. That's actually real. A camera would honestly be best bets. Like I've been in surgery a million times and I can barely tell what's going on half the time because I'm up at the head or with the ventilator or something. I can't see it. But like cameras would be your best option 100%. Tiny little, yeah, they do the laparoscopic. That's honestly when they can. They do that even for like joint repair. I know they've done that for a lot of shoulders and knees. It's amazing because the less we open you up to infection, the better. Robot assisted surgery is fucking phenomenal. I hope they get it perfected eventually. I've never seen it go fucked up. It scares me because robots scare me, but it does look like a fucking amazing. The precision alone, Miss Ma'am. Cutting to the belly button. Yep, exactly. Because it's always going to be safer. My tubal ligation was done laparoscopically. I had 2-inch long incisions, no stitches. That's amazing, actually. 2-inch long. I was trying to stutter through that too. I was like, Miss Ma'am. All right, let's take a break. These guys are getting needy as fuck. Yeah, spinal. I'm sure you probably know this more than most, but spinal and neurosurgery is absolutely where that stuff is going first. Because that's some of the surgeries that take the absolute most crucial finesse that can possibly exist. And humans, regardless how perfect we can make ourselves, like we human error, you know. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Yeah, wow. Another way, I mean, this is it, right? Seriously, yesterday it was so warm. Turned all the heat off, all the house heat, everything. It was like 68 degrees. And I opened the door and it was cloudy as fuck. I was like, what the fuck? It's so cold. It's 24 degrees suddenly. And it says it's going to start snowing in like an hour. And then the power went out for a full minute. But thankfully, both of us have a UPS, not the United Postal Service. It's just like a giant fucking surge protector that's also a battery. And it gives us 30 minutes. So if it does this for less than 30 minutes, then it doesn't do anything because Zach's router and shit is plugged into it. Thank fuck. And all of my stuff is plugged into mine. I was making sure. I think maybe one or two lights aren't. So if for some reason a light goes that we know. You know, they're great. Seriously. Um I think Zach actually got one like I think his management company or something sent him one as a Christmas present. And literally it's Colorado, right? It's welcome to Colorado. The power I've never lost power more often than I have living here in my fucking life. Ever. But it was happening so often that someone from the community actually sent me one as a surprise. Like a big old UPS. I plugged everything. I mean everything. It's 30 minutes, but it's mostly just a warning so you can shut everything down, which is great. I mean, that's all you really need. But normally when the power goes out, it beeps very loud, and it didn't beep, and I think it was muted or something, but I got it. Dude, it was one of the most valuable things anyone's ever gifted me in my life. It's that 30 minutes is so precious. The cold cut of stream is the worst feeling. I don't know what it is. I hate it. It's so important for me to at least be able to say goodbye and then just go, obviously safely shut down my computer and stuff. But that cold shut off, like, oh God. I dude, I mean, some of the shit he's been with two different management companies. His old management company sent him the new, oh God, like the new Dyson fan. I looked that shit up. It was like an $800 fan. We hate it. We never use it because the filter is like $100. It's like a circle, that has no propellers or whatever. They sent him some of the craziest shit. Yeah, it's horrible for your PC to do that, right? Yeah, especially if you're working on something you haven't saved. I mean, what doesn't have autosave these days, honestly? But yes, absolutely. There's something to it. It's the one of the most valuable things. I don't know if that's an old person thing, but god damn it. The amount of just security, no, that can do horrible things to your PC to have a surge like that. And the power for as often as it has here, my PC would have been actually on fire many moons ago. I've honestly looked them up. I've thought about getting two. They're not too expensive, honestly, these days. You can get a pretty decent one. Seatown, you're lucky. It is. It's blue balls. Yes, it is. I hate it. Yeah, the hardware, that's what I'm saying. I mean, this was before I had UPS. Honestly, it could have been because of all these power outages we were having, but I actually had the first time in my life, a piece of hardware went wonk and made a sound. I don't know if any of you remember that. It was horrible. I was streaming when it happened. Stream went down and it was my power supply and it made an audible crack. It was like lightning. It was the loudest, most abrupt sound ever, and it was my power supply dying. It might have been that. Micro Center's so much fun. Be careful. Yeah, so a lot of bigger streamers, like even I mean all streamers get I want to say all streamers. We get my email is a shit show of people of potential sponsorships and filtering through them to try to get to the ones that actually want to like give me money for anything or like at least codes for a game to give in my community or something like that is nonsense. And essentially when you get us to a size like Zeke or like for instance management companies usually reach out to them actually and pick them up, and they take a certain percentage of the cut of the pay from the sponsorships, but they take all that email nonsense and they shuffle through all of it. They pick out all the good shit for you. They do all the work for you. They help so much. Seriously, Zach wouldn't be able to do half the stuff he is able to do if he didn't have someone like that going through it because it's crazy. It's a lot. I get a lot and I'm nobody. No shit, I had a I had power hardware go pop and catch on fire. No shit, that's basically what mine did. It was it was an older power supply, so there was kind of it made sense. Like it was I do not. Nope. I do not. For me, it wouldn't make sense. I don't make enough money to be able to like pay anybody anything. It wouldn't really make sense for me, but no. Is it stubborn to say I'd rather handle it on my some people do. Some big streamers are not. I mean, there's a lot that don't take a management company and they do it all on their own. Some people are like that. I hate email. I believe so. We're still in DC, right? I mean, isn't it the power supply you always go gold or platinum or whatever? That was like one of the very first lessons. No shit, Ghetto. That was one of the first lessons I ever learned building my very first my Skyrim machine. My very first I'm warming my hands on a heater. I'm really cold. It got really cold really fast. Yeah, that was the very first thing I was ever told when I built my Skyrim machine by all my computer science major friends in college. Don't get anything less than gold power supply. I had no idea what that meant at the time, but that's been ingrained into me. Honestly, you're probably used to it. Yeah, it'd be easy for you. I mean, not easy, but less stressful. Yeah, Kel, no shit. I mean, that's what I was just saying. Yesterday it was like 68 degrees. It was so warm. I turned all the heat off, the house heat. I turned everything off, and I just took the dogs out, and it's like it dropped. It's like 24 degrees out according to my phone, and we're supposed to get snow in an hour. My hands got really cold. Brr. What up, Yeet? Yeah, it's been so nice. I mean, it's been phenomenal. This is the shit fucking my face up. I know it. This is what's making my sinuses hurt. This weird weather changes. Oh, for sure, Donna. Honestly, I like most of the emails I get are not. I would not. I mean, it's not a sponsorship. You know, it's a lot of people like just wanting you to kind of do stuff for free. Exposure. But if there's a worthwhile one, I always try to pick up a worthwhile one. I couldn't lie though. Like I could never do a sponsorship for a game that I know I already hate or something like that. I'm terrible. I don't think I could do it. I'd be broken. But yeah, there's so many just the exposure shit. It's not the worst thing in the world. Yes, exposure is great to a certain extent, but I think as a mass, we all need to say no to it so it stops happening because it's an excuse not to pay people, you know? Yeah, oh, Donna, 100%. 100%. I had that like I always talk to my stream about, "Oh, I got to pay. I think I need to pack a bowl." No, I've got a bowl cuz that last one was a hot hit. I always have talked to my stream when anything comes like that at me and there's never. And I feel like that's because I'm the same person like if a streamer I enjoy watching can fucking make a bag, make it. Why would I ever wish not? You know, as a consumer of the same content, I totally feel that, and I feel like most of us are that way. Like, fucking make your bag, get it over with, and we'll go back to our fun shit. Yeah, it's just you know, it's like I'm sure every streamer gets this constantly berated with like very unimpressive Raid Shadow Legends sponsorships. I can't. I couldn't. I would be a joke. It would be like me laughing all the time. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the games that I've played on stream with you guys are codes that have been given to me for free. A lot of like anything that was last year. If I didn't buy one game all year last year, any new game was given to me for free and stuff like that. Like that's great. Games these days are upwards of $60. Like that's amazing. That's so nice. But I mean, there's a lot of companies out there that won't even do that. And you're like, what is this relationship you're trying to build? What's happening here? Are you just emailing me to buy your fucking game? My fingies are so cold. It got really cold. Yeah, same. I mean, you get them. You'll get them no matter what. If you stream once, you'll get sponsorship offers and shit like that. It's just like filtering through them to find ones that are worth your time. Blah blah blah. Cheers. We got freezing rain last night. That's true. You're very right. I mean, honestly, any free game I think is very generous. I don't even think about the price to be honest, but I haven't. So, I mean, would you consider Alan Wake a AAA? It's popular, but I don't know. That's I think like the biggest game I've played recently. And once we're done with Hell of It, that's what we're doing next, by the way. But I think that's like the biggest game I've played thus far. There's not a lot of AAAs that get me. Like it seems like a shit ton of AAA games are very much like linear gameplay or guided like I'm just saying it as an example, but like God of War type, where it's like point A, point B, you're this character specifically, not a lot of character customization and shit like that. And I'm constantly searching for a good like survival. Enshrouded, I think is gonna be really fun. It's not dead. It's not dead. It's not done yet. But I think Enshrouded is gonna be a really fun one. And I think I got Enshrouded. That was a key that someone they just sent me and said, try it out if you want. Like those are dope. I'm into those. But a lot of AAAs are a lot of that, and it's just I get bored, and I don't know if I know it's not just me because I've talked about this before, and you guys, some of you agree with me, but I love to feel immersed in a game, and it's really hard when I'm stuck being like a big muscly dude, and I'm in third person looking at that. I'm not as bought in. I love just a little bit of customization, just a little bit. Like at least let me be a lady or something. No, I was literally about to pull up colors. I'm glad you're here. I was grinding weed and loading a bowl because it was 420 and I failed with a sad bowl. I failed, be honest. But no, I have the cat and then I have the new colors one. I was gonna say we haven't heard him before, have we, Shabuzi? Yes, I have. It looks like only two like full music videos, and then I have a couple shorts, and then we're going right into Helva because my power just went out for a full minute. That's really I'm gonna try to get into. I wouldn't mind going late, but I'm scared. The weather just went down like 50 degrees out of nowhere, and now apparently we're getting snow. Yeah, it was, I mean, seriously, out of fuck nowhere, because it was so nice yesterday. I mean, shorts weather, like 68 degrees, beautiful. I turned all the house heat off. Now it's like in the 20s. I don't know what happened, but I'm scared. So I checked my UPS though. That's what I was doing. A little bit of long break. My ad didn't run either, so it's fine. But I went and checked my UPS. Everything's plugged in, so I'm fine. Nothing will break. We're good. But yeah, that weather crack like that, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. I hate it. It's cold. Is only more about a budget. That and dude, I don't know why you made me think of this, but also a lot of sequels. I feel like a lot of AAA games are sequels, like Alan Wake and stuff that I've just never played. So Alan Wake is one of the first because you guys got them for me, blessed. So I'm actually getting to get into Alan Wake and stuff. But a lot of them are sequels to games I've never really got into before. But no, you're right. It's not. I mean, I'm a slut for a sale. Like I don't remember the last time I bought a game on. Like the last time I bought a game full price, I don't remember. The next time I buy a full game, it'll probably be Hades 2 for full price because I won't wait for it to go on sale. Like I'll just want it immediately. But I wait for sales, man. You can get games. So God, some of the best games, some of the most entertaining games I've ever got, I got for free or like $2. I mean, Glut, you're all. How does it feel? Oh man, I know, Alan. I haven't gotten to Alan Wake 2. We're gonna continue Alan Wake 1 this week. I'm very excited. But Baldur's Gate's phenomenal. Oh my God, did you see that Millie was nominated? Was like not shortlisted, actually nominated for performance for Baldur's Gate. I retweeted it if you didn't. I mean, Twitter's dead, let's be honest. Nobody cares. But like one of the few reasons to even glance at the platform is to celebrate the bitches we love, right? And we fucking love Millie. I'm so excited for her. So excited. It's I don't hold on. Let me pull it up. There's so many different awards out there. I don't want to say which award it is. Specifically, I don't remember. Hold on. Fucking Millie. So it's the Games Award, BAFTA's Games Award performer in a leading role. It is the BAFTAs, so apparently they're not over. The Queen. We're not worthy. They really, I mean, honestly, I feel the same. BG3 did get me. It's a phenomenal game. It was just, oh god, it tickled so many things. Yes, Jay's tweet's the first thing I saw about it this morning because, shocker, I don't follow the BAFTAs. But no shit, Jay's tweet's the first thing I saw this morning. Had myself a little penis tear, and then, yeah, absolutely. It's so cool. I'm just so happy for her. You guys know, I've been, like, I feel like I've been shouting how terrible it is to be a voice actor for Millie for way too many years now. That girl has worked literal pieces of her body off at this point to get here. Being a VO is not easy. It's such a hard job. Like, what a fucking deserving hoe. That's all I have to say. Yeah, now it's fighting fucking AI. Jesus. I know, Neil. I mean, honestly, the nominations deserved. All of them. It's really great to see. Cheers with a real bowl. Bring up the song just in case. I don't want to give anybody flashy. I don't want to give someone epilepsy. But I'm already obsessed with this person. I'm going to dig the fuck into them. Thank you. I saw it on your message too, and then I saw it on there. I was like, maybe I should. Maybe that's a good idea. I don't. There's a lot of people who lurk and stuff, and I don't need people coming back to their monitor and having a seizure or something. Oh, worst fucking case scenario. Worst case scenario. He really, I mean, Jack Black, the worst thing about like Jack Black is that he keeps making this amazing stuff, but he only makes 2 seconds of it. And I want more. And he's not doing it. Yeah, I don't want to give anyone the flashies. I mean, flashing lights, honestly, even if you don't have like sensitivities to it, like seizures or something, a lot of people that activate migraines. I get it, but we'll listen to us. I'll pull the song up and add it. I want that Britney cover so bad. Same. He has such a good voice for it. Like, give it all. Give it. I don't like stop with the tease. Fuck off. I'm over it. Over it. All right. Let me pull up the Has Been playlist. Yeah, do it for real and stop being silly. Because it's like, you nailed it. There's no way Jack Black can still be Jack Black and not be be at least partially aware. Right? Thank you. I accidentally saved their fucking homepage instead of the playlist. I mean, I swear to God, I go to my history and I pull up the last video we watched, and it never will lead me. I don't know. It just won't save it. But now we have it. Thank you. My voice is going. God damn it. Maybe I'll make tea on my break. I've drank so much tea and coffee. I just kept refilling the same cup with tea today. I gotta make my throat. Oh, thank you. Oh, dude. Helva YT! Exclamation mark Helva YT will get you the YouTube list if anybody else wants to catch up and watch it. It's a phenomenal show. We are about to imbibe in the last 2 episodes that have been released thus far. Thus far, I should say, because we have heard via the official Twitter that more episodes are being released. So, this is just what we've got thus far. I mean, Mishy, please, can we start a rumor and maybe it'll happen? I'll spread that shit. This episode looks scary. So cool. Welcome back, Molly. Yeah, it fucking snapped, Vex. Holy crap. Perfect timing. Pause. The weather, I mean, it's been so back and forth. It's been insane. Like yesterday, it was shorts weather. I mean, it's been like 68 degrees and it's suddenly 20 something and we're supposed to get pile drived with snow all night and it just is too fast for my butt. Oh god, it's so cold. My hands. Holy fuck. Uh, it hurts. My fingy. I know, right? I mean, we were talking about that the other day, Vex. We were talking about gardening. Because, it's that time of year where we all start obsessively planning, even though we can't do anything until May. and it's crazy, but, like, no shit, the zones, like, planting zones, if you're familiar, in the I don't know if they do them all over the world, but in the US, at least, we have planting zones, so, like, you can put in your zip code on a lot of different gardening websites and stuff, and it'll be like, "You're zone 5A," and it just tells you what's safe to grow there. The zones changed. Like, for the first time, I think, ever in history, the growing zones actually shifted. But, the climate. They did check it's only by 1, but no shit, I think I went from 5B to 5A. It's only 1 shift, so it's not too severe, but it's enough. Like, it changed my planting date and stuff. But yeah, it's things like that happen, and it's like, the people growing our food to sustain life know more than the people in charge of everything, and it's scary. Yeah, I looked because I've always been 5B, and I was just looking at it, and I found a website where it would actually sort the plants by your zone, and you just put in your zip code, and then it sorted them, and it said 5A, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I brought it up on stream, and everybody was like, "Yeah, they shifted." Everyone shifted, said, "Hubby, hey, we can grow better palm trees now." Yeah, I think I got colder? I don't know what way I went. I don't remember, I'll have to look at it. The video where protesters showed up at Joe Manchin's meeting and called him a sick fuck? No. That's depressing, but cool. Is that the website where you can actually look at we're having trouble finding that website. Why are you like this? It is really cool, and it makes it so much easier so you don't waste money. And water, that's a big thing, especially if you live in an area like we do in Colorado. We have water, but our water supply is so many states. It's not good to waste water anywhere, let's be real. Like, let's stop tapping aquifers and planting, I can't even think. What would some tropical bitch here would just be stupid. I don't know. I can't even think of an example. I've never lived anywhere tropical. Are we ready for has-beens? I'm excited. I have a bowl loaded. It's like 6 minutes until 4:20. I put on my kettle and I'm listening for it, but we'll see. It takes a minute. So these are the last 2 available episodes of Has Been, but I'm excited to watch them with y'all. If my shit flickers or if you hear a large beeping and I don't hear it, that's my UPS because my power is flickering. The UPS will do things. Cartoon, I know. I underestimate how long it's gonna take me to get through these because there's just so much to pause and look at. Like the whiteboards and shit like that. Like, I'm always like, "Oh, they're only like 20 minutes a piece. It's not gonna be that bad." An hour later. I know. But after these 2, until the new releases, so tomorrow's Faded Friday. After that, I wanna get back into Alan Wake, and I wanna, like, get back into that series before I forget about it, but I'm glad we're getting through these because these are really good. 7B or 8A? Either? Interesting. No shit, the two-stroke engine is one of the most polluting pieces of tech we use to mow them. Jesus. I mean, lawns, though. I'm so anti-lawn. I've been that way my whole life, though. I never understood. I mean, the amount of, like, stress my parents put on all the kids over this massive patch of grass. Like, don't stand on it, don't walk on it, don't touch it, don't put a patch in it, mow it, keep it this level, weed. But what the fuck was the point? I'd rather grow vegetables. I'm doing, like, xeriscaping where it's, like, actually, like well, that's Molly, the cool thing is you can do that and make it look so pretty. It's so easy. You can do I mean, that's what I've shown you guys my big barrel of wildflowers I'm gonna be spreading this year. It's so easy to do and make it super fucking pretty, and it's honestly the best for the environment, not just for water conservation, but pollinators. Like, if you don't plant local wildflowers, what the fuck are the local pollinators gonna do? They're gonna go elsewhere, right? Why not? I mean, you can plant things that aren't local, but you gotta mix in local. You're always gonna get better pollinators, and pollinators lead to everything being good. Everyone who owns a house here uses their lawn for outdoor activities. Ours was, like, for looks or something. It was so bizarre, and I feel like that's a lot of people. It's like, no shit, I did a quick Google foo please correct me if I'm totally off base, but I read one time a long time ago that the advent of the lawn was just to brag about all the land you could own and not work and still survive. And it turned into this prissy, like, "Look at my front lawn" bullshit. That's about it. Yeah, there you go. It's like, "Look at all this land I don't need to work. I'm rich." Which I I know it's so like, oh my god, what? Yeah, it's painful. I know. Hmm. Yeah, my dad was so darn proud of his lot. Yeah, my parents were neurotic about it, and they just bitch like, Mom, do you want to do this thing with me? No, I have to mow the lawn, and it's like, no, you don't. Why do you have it? You're so stressed about this thing. It never made sense to me. I don't know. I'd rather have butterflies and hummingbirds. There's nothing. I mean, the cool thing is nowadays, seriously, if you go on like any kind of gardening website or Pinterest or Reddit or whatever, you can look up a term called xeriscaping. If you're in an area like me, but it's essentially gardening to the natural environment, the water supply, the pollinators, and still making a really fucking dank garden. You're not putting yourself in a disadvantage or just like doing. You can have like a lawn, but it's made of like clover and natural grasses and stuff, and doesn't like just create a patch of bullshit. I mean, I no, I love hummingbirds. What? No, I'd rather see hummingbirds and bees and pollinators, is what I'm saying, as opposed to grass, because grass is not going to bring hummingbirds. You know what I'm saying? Grass brings mosquito eaters that eat the seeds in the grass. They eat grass seeds. Grass don't bring cool pollinators. I'd rather plant a shit ton of cool flowers and stuff that bring those. I love hummingbirds and stuff like that. We actually get those hummingbird moths here. Have you ever seen those? They're hot magic. They move so fast. Ugh. They're so cool. They look just like a hummingbird, but they're a moth. Mate, you're just on time. Let's fucking go. I was literally waiting 2 minutes for 4:20. So you're really like the golden fucking hour. I'm a little sad it's our last two episodes, but it's not the last two because more are coming out. It's just our last two for now. Is it a dry area thing? It's kind of, yeah. It's like there's nowhere in Colorado except maybe the mountains where grass, like, classic grass would grow naturally. So in order to actually cultivate grass here, people have to water their lawns and plant it and replant it and weed it and replant it and cultivate it to a point where it's like if anyone breathes near it, they come out hissing. It's so many wasted resources because it's just not. Whereas like where I grew up in Washington State, grass grows on accident. I've never seen a human being plant grass in Washington State. It's just everywhere because it's the environment that thrives grass. Grass is technically a noxious weed, but in Washington, like people can like stomp all over grass, do whatever you want, and grass will live through anything. But here, I think because it takes so much, like I've never seen a field that's not fake turf. Hmm. I did see Dune too, yeah. Colorado's very arid, but they plant a lot of grass that's meant for swampland here. It's absurd. It makes no sense. Where's the swampland? Dude, no spoilers. It's so I've tried so hard not to talk about it because it literally just came out and I'm so bad. I don't want to spoil the movie. Yes to all of it. I thought it was well fucking done. I really good. I mean, it's very good. I thought it was really yes. It was everything I wanted. It's definitely up there in the top 5. One of my I don't even know. Um, I mean, it's like the books have been out forever. Everybody knows the story, right? I just don't wanna, like it's a major plot point in the books as well, so it's not like a spoiler, but, like, when Shamalama Ding Dong finally accepts who he is and, like, his voice gets strong, I'm trying so hard not to spoil it. It's so good. Happy 420. Cheers. I am pressed. I don't it's so hard. I can't wait till it comes out and we can talk about it. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not saying anything. It's yes, is all I'm gonna say. I was enthralled from moment one until moment not. I mean, seriously, that movie is so beautiful. I mean, oh. Go watch it. Just go watch it. I don't want to do anything. It's so good. It's such a good, just like fucking, oh, they did us good. Cheers. Dude, I can't get it out of my head. That whole scene in the arena in Shit Knives, I'm just like, how was it done so well? So, I'm gonna tear up. It makes me cry. It was just, get out. Just phenomenal. It literally makes me tear up. It was so good. Is it an infrared cam? Is that how they do it? It was just like, fuck off. It's hot magic. I mean, it was just so like grotesquely beautiful. You know exactly what I mean. Almost like a Geiger painting or something. Amazing. Oh, Luna Boo. At least you got a new bong. It's fantastic. I mean, see it however the fuck you can see in Dune 2, obviously. Like, those kids out there having premarital sex. Whores. All those cum guzzling whores. Oot and boot. Oh man. I know. Well, I don't know if y'all caught it, but at the beginning of that I think it was at the beginning of the episode, it said something about like middle of the season, which would imply there's the equal amount of episodes coming, which would be sick. I know, it's like soon TM. We don't know. I follow the Vizzy Pop Twitter, and so does pretty much everybody here, so we're watching it. Allegedly 2 more episodes, I think. I mean, I might be at least 1 more episode in the next month-ish, which will be super fucking cool because it's so good. But, like, I can't even fathom the amount of work it goes into making an animated show like this, so I respect how long it takes. It's so quality. I'm just an impatient hoe, but I can wait. Yeah, they're like, the competition, let's put it that way. They're the competition, right? I mean, no one's a bad guy in their own eyes, right? Bad is subjective. They're good to them. Me too. It's honestly incredible that anything like this can come out. It's I don't understand it at all. It's amazing. I feel fortunate for it. Fun fact, the song starts off with him saying that it was his 2 minutes notice, and then 2 minutes later he says he quits. Was it exactly 2 minutes? That's actually really fun. I love that. That's perfect. Honestly, I would have been sad. Oh, sick. Let's raid Jenner Andrews. Honestly, I haven't got to raid him. I think I've only ever got to raid Jenner Andrews once ever. I have to pee so bad, and I do have to take my dogs out. Oh God, is it snowing? I forgot about the snow. You know what? Just gonna go into it. Just gonna go. Today was fun. I'm glad we got to finally finish what was available, but I'm sad about it at the same time. Sad, but tomorrow's Faded Friday, which is one of the best days of the week. If you would like to come and hang out and throw music at me continuously until I drown upon it, please do. I welcome the challenge. I need the new music. It's so hard to find. I was saying on this last week on Monday, my one day off, I spent a long time during the day doing other things, of course, but just putting on random playlists and trying to find new music. Yeah, I think I found one song all day. I don't know. It's hard, but I know we can do it because I know y'all do it at least once a week, and I want it. So bring your musics tomorrow. Today was fun. If you don't know it, General Andrews, he's an amazing person. Uh, let's send some love. I'm trying to think of a raid call. Anybody got a suggestion? Today was I mean, it's always good to watch videos all day, but Faded Friday is like the day for it. Oh, it looks like, oh my God, he's playing Sega games. Stop it. Is it Classic Game Day? Oh, I'm very excited. Tell Elle we love her. I love that. That's actually fantastic. Or just marijuana. Tell marijuana we love her. Elle. I love both. I don't want to smoke L though. There's only one L. Many marijuanas. You know what I'm saying? Co-op speedrun day? Fuck yes. I love classic games. They're my favesies. I have to pee so bad. All right. Come on, raid thingy. I think that's all I was gonna. Yep, that's it. Day to Friday. Oh, and then I'm gonna continue on with Alan Wake because I think I'm close to the end of the first game, and then I have the other two, so I really want to play them. They're really good. I love them. The music today really reminded me of it because it totally gave me the take control vibes. Hard yes, very much so. He has cool streams, but starts at like 11 p.m. AST. I know. There's so many people in the world that I don't ever get to see. Like, Mr. Creep is one of those. No shit. He usually starts streaming around 2 a.m. Pacific. And I used to be up during those times, which is how we became friends. I'm glad we are, but I never get to see him, even if he goes live anymore, and it sucks. All right. I'm reading General Andrews because my throat's going. Come by tomorrow. Bring cool new music if you have it. I challenge you. I try all the time. I deeply, deeply do. It's so difficult. Bring old good music too. I mean, it doesn't have to be new music. Just bring some fucking dope music or funnies. Good vibes all around. You know what I'm saying? It's a day where we just choose to heal our souls with music and weed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be good to yourselves and wash your hands.